answers to the first question is... Boom.
Good. The correct answer was
Okay, just a second.
number 3.
Well, they think it's okay. They think it's Mediana. That's the one that's got like 98.3%.
Yes,
Damn,
most of the viewers. Okay, so which means users were right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Right. So this is the question, right? So yeah, okay, you saw the question just now, and so the answer was Mediana. Great. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations. And for those of you of the other 0.3% who answered to something else, study. Okay. Play the game more. Okay. So we're going to go on to the next question. Okay. So the next question, number 2. Let's see what everyone thought the answer was. Here we go.
So 95%.
Okay, so wow, 95% say it's Engelbert. We got a couple of people saying Rob. Okay.
I'm
probably pretty sure the people who put in Rob said it before I gave the hint.
See, it's always pays to wait, right? Okay, so let's look again really quickly. What was the question before we go on to the right answer? Let's find out what the question was again. Can we get that? Okay, so it was what character is it? Obviously from Mosaic. Okay, Rob, Engelbert, Raga, and Elda. Okay, so let's take a look. The correct answer is, bam, this one.
The correct answer is number 2, Engelbert. 95% of viewers. Congratulations.
Awesome. Well, it goes without saying, these people know their stuff. But come on, Hiroki, was that really, it was kind of a little bit easy? What do you think? What do you think?
まあ最初の絵だけだとちょっと難しかったですけどね。ヒントの方を見ればまあなんとなくわかるかなと思います。
I think the very first mosaic image that we had there was a little bit difficult to understand, but once you saw the second, it probably got a little clearer for most of you.
All right. Okay, moving right along to the third question. Let's see everyone's answers for the third question, and they are this.
97.9%.
Wow.
Much better number 2.
No, very certain. 97.9%. Okay. Let me get a little smattering of the others, Miranda, Victoria, and Ildira. Okay, so let's just so we know, let's go back and look and see what the question was. So, this is it. Here's the question. Right, okay. So you had to figure out which character it is because of this short burst, and it was really short. Okay, so you had the 4 choices here. All right, well, let's see what the actual correct answer is, and it is this. So the answer was?
Okay, the second, Killface. So most of you guys are there is correct. Congratulations.
I like she goes, kill. All right, so Hiroki, what about this one? Any comments on this particular quiz or question?
まあこれはね
es que si contestaban Kevin Rivera, si contestaban las 4 preguntas ganaban 1 billón. 1 billón, no 1 millón, 1 billón. Se está viendo bien el stream, es que esta computadora no la tengo. La que tenía en la otra computadora no.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the last one. This was the fourth and most difficult one. So let's see everyone's answers for question number 4.
Este ya disculpe mi computadora de miércoles. Macheri. Winter. Eso lo voy a ver. Eso lo voy a ver antes de que se finalice, antes de estaba haciendo esta cosa.
Yeah.
Sí, era Macheri Winter.
A little bit of Macheri, a little smittering for Frederica. Rose is not getting any love, but that just means that they're really sure of their answer. Okay.
Gracias a todos los que están volviendo a verlo. Gracias, muchas gracias.
So the people who gave Macheri at 2.5%, you know, that's pretty good. I like that.
最初の画像でもしかしたらこう入れた人かもしれないですね。
Maybe the people who did that did it based off of the first image rather than the second.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go, just to be sure, let's see what the question was, just so we remember. Can we take a look at the question? Okay. What character is it? So Rosa, Frederica, Mastery, and Mastery Winter. Okay, so we was, you know, the blown up riddle, part of the character, trying to guess who it was. Okay, so let's find out what the correct answer is. Here we go.
So the correct
Obvio, era Macheri,
one
es el único que tiene ese listón en el cabello. Wow, answer, Macheri.
いやーちょっと
Wow,
ね
answer is Macheri.
全問正解でしたねこれ。
Looks like you got all of them correct.
もう本当ねちょっと簡単すぎた気がします。
Maybe they were a little bit easier than I thought.
まあね次回ねこれもしこういうクイズをやることがあればですねもうちょっとこう歯ごたえがあるクイズにしたいなと思います。
So if we have another opportunity to do a quiz like this in the future, maybe we'll, you know, up the difficulty a little bit.
Que no escuche por
So
este
that
lugar.
was it for our 4 questions. So any other comments you'd like to make? Either one of you? Hiroki?
Perdón, perdón. Ahí está. No escucho por este video. Gigi. Gracias por el comentario, Brian. Bueno, gracias, amigo. Billones, tenemos un billón. Tenemos un billón. Ya no sé a dónde ver. One billion, amigo, 1 billion. Somos ricos todos. Ay. No me gusta. Ok. Will you broke again after opening video? Sí, parece que van a hacer eso. ¿Para cuándo la mamá de Mont? Pronto también, la Rosa Negra va a estar pronto también. Por algo no tiene su carga. Ok. Ay, no te pases. Oh, genial. Se acabó la comida. Gracias por preguntarme eso. Espérense, voy a contar esto. Tamare. Genial. Se fue todo. Genial. Algo está pasando, no sé qué pasó.
I'm excited to see how he continues to develop in battle and if he becomes a bit more confident around
Lo
Mushroom.
siento, no tener
Happy first
doble
anniversary,
pantalla
everyone.
dificulta.
Hi, my name is Zach Aguilar, and I voice Stern Leonis. Wow, I cannot believe it's been an entire year already. So I just want to say, happy first anniversary, War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Son las voces en inglés de cada uno de los personajes. Primero fue Mons, ahora fue Stern.
Really just getting to work with the team on this project and being able to play Stern has been a dream come true and a highlight of my career, so I'm just really thankful to be a part of it. Playing Stern has definitely been one of the more challenging roles I've taken on as an actor. He kind of has this point in the game where he changes a little bit, and I guess you could say all of the rage and emotions that he's had up until that point are now doubled, but also have to be portrayed in a kind of seething way, and I feel like we did just that. Stern is the kind of character that has always had something to prove since day one, and he won't let anyone, not even his own family, stand in his way. As a final message to all the players out there, thank you all so much for playing the game and just allowing me to do what I do. And make sure you keep a lookout for Stern on the battlefield out there, because as Stern might say,
I will cut down anyone who bars my path.
Prefiero las voces en japonés que he estado escuchando más las voces en japonés que en inglés, la verdad.
I mean, it goes without saying he's got a really great voice, and thank you very much for those two wonderful message videos from our voice actors.
It's really rare, opportunity to meet with those, voice actors. That's exciting. So how did you find it, Hiraki-san?
そうですね、もう彼らもすごくこう、FFB のWar of the Visions の主人公
Sí, todos queremos el Mika de Visiones. Yo también quiero.
実際にね、収録の時に実は会って話もしたんですけども、非常にこのゲームとこの仕事を楽しんでくれてるというのと伝わってきてですね、非常にありがたいなと思ってます。
Of course, these voice actors, they work so hard on FFB, WOTV, and they're the protagonists in the game, and I actually had an opportunity to meet them and talk to them, and just the love and the passion that they put into their work is just
más directos para solo practicar.
So how about you, Justin? US, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. It like the other Justin said, it's kind of interesting being able to see what they kind of look like and stuff. And they do have a lot of passion, a lot of joy for what they do. And it's almost magical seeing them change their voice as they speak to another voice. I can never get over it.
Okay, other Justin here. So after watching this really great video message, we probably got a lot more to move on to. What do you want to talk about in the next segment? Hiroki?
はい。ここからはですね、1周年を記念したある企画をご紹介します。それがこちらです。
We've got something else to share with you about the first anniversary events, so let's take a look.
はい。ビジョンカードイラストコンテストを実施します。
And so we've got a vision card design contest coming up.
De diseño de carta de visión en cooperación con Amazon App Store.
That sounds really cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about it?
はい。こちらはですね、プレイヤーの皆さんが描いてくれたイラストをビジョンカードとして実装すると、ゲームの中に実装すると、そういう企画になります。
And this event is super special because we're going to take drawings that a fan made and put them in the game as a vision card for everyone to get their hands on.
Bueno, yo nunca he escuchado voces en inglés de los personajes, estaban como japonés nomás.
And I'm sure, like, if your, illustration, if your drawing gets chosen, they just be like on top of the world. So how can the players participate? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
ではですね、これからそれを紹介したいと思います。
Enjoy my stick figures drawing for Gabriel.
まずですね、ビジョンカードイラストコンテストについてですね、コンテスト名はビジョンカードデザインコンテスト in cooperation with Amazon App Store です。
So the name of the contest, as you can see right here on the slide, is the Vision Card Design Contest in cooperation with Amazon App Store.
名前にある通りですね、Amazon さんの協力を得て行っています。
And as you can probably tell from the name, we have the support of Amazon in this campaign.
はい、この後発表するテーマで、ビジョンカードのイラストを描いていただき、最優秀に輝いたイラストはゲーム内に新しいビジョンカードとして、実装します。
So in just a couple minutes, we're going to give you a topic, a theme to draw the vision card around, and the vision card is going to be based on the theme that we give you. And the chosen illustration will be implemented in-game as a vision card for everyone to receive.
イラストの応募はですね、War of the Visions の Facebook ページで行います。応募ページは近日中に公開予定ですので、少々お待ちください。
And I'm sure you're interested in figuring out, hey, where can I submit my
Parece que ellos van a dar un tema
for judging? And you can do that on the
para
War of the
poder
Visions
diseñar las
Facebook
cartas.
page. It's not open right now, but in a couple of days we're going to make it public, and you can submit your submissions there.
またですね、最優秀
No lo van a
賞に
publicar
輝
en
いた
un
方に
momento
は
cada vez que
Amazon
hagan
にサポート
contexto.
された
Va a ser por Facebook.
Fire
Yo no voy a
HD10 タブレ
participar
ッ
como
トを
siempre.
プレゼントします。また、優秀賞に輝いた方3名には Fire HD8 の、タブレットをプレゼントします。
And thanks to the wonderful support that we're getting from Amazon, the person whose illustration is chosen will receive a Fire HD10 tablet.
El gran ganador, para el ganador van a ser un Fire Edge tablet, 10 tablet.
はい、そしてですね、今回のテーマはこちらになります。
So here's the
Quisiera,
topic.
pero no se dibuja.
はい、
Mi hermosa Frevia.
It's Fravia.
Una nueva carta de visión con el tema de Frevia.
フレビアですね、テーマにしたビジョンカードのイラストをお待ちしております。詳しくはですね、War of the Visions の Facebook をご覧ください。
And of course, those of you who play the game a lot will know that Fravia is a global original character. And so we want vision card illustrations based on that character. And you can confirm the details right on the War of the Visions Facebook page.
はい。そしてですね、Amazon App Store のお知らせもあります。
And we also have some information about the Amazon App Store for you as well.
3月24日からですね、Amazon App Store でクレジットバックキャンペーンを行います。
And so starting on March 24th, we're going to have a credit back campaign in collaboration with the Amazon App Store.
はい。対象となるファーストアニバーサリービジュアルのパックいずれかを Amazon App Store で購入いただいた方に10ドルのクレジットバックがあります。
And those of you who purchase the eligible first anniversary euros o lo que sea, will be able to receive $10 credit back just for purchasing from the Amazon.
van a recibir eso para poder gastarlos en el juego.
0.99 ドルのパックを買ったら10ドル分のクレジットバックがあります。
And even if you purchase the 99-cent pack, you're still going to get $10 back.
さらにこのクレジットバックはですね、購入したら即クレジットがバックされますので、すぐ使えるようになります。
And you're actually going to receive that credit back right when you purchase the pack, so you can use it right away.
対象の国の詳細はですね、YouTube の概要欄のリンクから、Amazon のキャンペーンページをご確認ください。お得なキャンペーンなどね、ぜひチェックしてみてください。
And so for further details, including which countries are eligible for this promotion, you can check the Amazon campaign page right from the YouTube comment or the description in the YouTube video below. And this is a really good campaign.
For sure,
great deal. So make sure you take advantage of it.
All right. Well, after that, I'm sure that everyone is very, very inspired and they are ready to contribute. I won't because I can barely draw a happy face without getting laughed at, but I'm sure everyone's going to give us lots of really, really great artwork. So, hey, Mother Justin, did you see any requests for this kind of project in the community before?
Yeah, these kind of requests, they show up, pretty frequently, ever so often. There are a lot of people out there that love to do art, love to show their art online, that sort of stuff. And I personally love seeing art. So I'm excited to see, kind of what people design, because doing these sort of contests in the past, there's always, you can never guess what somebody's going to design. So it's always pretty cool seeing what people come up with. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm sure we're really all looking forward to seeing what kind of artwork we're going to get submitted. So everyone, do your best. Anything you like to add, Hiroki?
やっぱりね、皆さんのね、魂のこもったイラストをお待ちしてますんで、ね、ぜひどんなイラストでもいい自分の気持ちが現れたイラストであれば、うまいとか下手とかあまり気にせず。
Make an anime version like the character of WOTV.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of illustrations you can come up with, because we know the love that you put into your illustrations and all your artwork. And even if you're not so confident in your drawing skills, what's important is your love and passion for the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing all kinds of submissions from all sorts of people.
Great. Okay, we're waiting for your drawings. Okay, so moving on to the next segment, we'll be taking a little bit of time to read through some messages that we've received from the players before the event. Yay! Q&A. So, Justin, can you tell us a little bit more about this segment?
Of course, I'd be happy to. So, we are, we're always checking requests, feedback, questions, that sort of stuff online. But since this is a live broadcast, we wanted to kind of hear more specifically, from people directly. So we asked for some questions online, and players have kind of submitted those to us for use on the live stream. So I'd like to read a few of those so they can be answered here on the stream.
Right, I see. So the viewers might be able to kind of hear directly from the source what they want to know. Am I correct?
That is 100% correct.
Parece que van a llegar. Parece que pronto van a llegar.
If we had some time, we may even be able to ask some even more live questions. But let's get to the first question.
All right, let's do.
All right, so the game has been great, but constant crashing and freezing have left a bit of a bitter taste. Hopefully it's addressed here.
Está diciendo de que para crasheándose y congelándose en la pantalla de inicio. Eso me ha pasado varias veces. Pero es que mi celular, esta cosita que está acá, es tan potente.
Of course, thank you for your question. The team is eminently aware that this is a problem that some users are experiencing, as we've communicated to you via the in-game news.
一応ですね、4月には一部の端末でですね、改善はされる予定ですので、ちょっとお時間かかりますが、少々お待ちいただければと思います。
And for the April update that's coming to the game, we've got a fix coming in for this issue for some devices, but it might take a little bit time to fully resolve the issue, so we ask for your patience.
その他ですね、原因をまだ調査中のものもあったりはするんですけれども、我々もそれをね、日々頑張って調査はしておりますので、
¿Crees del video o crees de la transmisión o de juego?
いただければと思います。
And so we're actually still going through what might be some of the root underlying causes of this issue. And we're really sorry for all the trouble that's caused players on certain devices. But
creo que aquí no necesita traducción. Se están disculpando y están viendo cómo pueden arreglarlo todo. Esto no necesita tanta traducción.
あるので、できる限り、そういったね、対応している端末に関して。
Sí, háblate de la grabación de Nier. Habla de la grabación de Nier Automata. Yo quiero tu vi.
ただ、対応していない端末で、に関してはですね、なかなかちょっと対応が難しいところもありますので、その辺はちょっとご了承いただければと思います。
And of course, there are people playing this game from all over the world on such a wide variety of devices that it's really hard to kind of pinpoint every exact cause of the issue. But we do want you to know that we hear your concerns and that we're working very hard to resolve it. We're aware that some players are playing the game on unsupported devices, and it might be difficult for us to resolve that issue on those devices. And again, we're very, very sorry for all the trouble that these issues have caused.
もしね、そういうクラッシュがしたということがありましたら、ぜひですね、CS の方にご連絡いただければですね、もしかしたら何か対処ができることもあるかもしれませんので、ぜひCS の方へご連絡をお願いいたします。
And if you're unfortunately one of the users who has been impacted by this, we ask you to please contact customer support with the details of the issues that you're experiencing, because there might be something that they're able to do on their end.
Okay. All right, let's move on to our next message. Justin, if you would.
Oh, of course. So, next question here. I'm in love with the art style of the artworks. Just want to know who are behind the great artworks, and if one day you'll invite them for maybe a video on your channel, or who knows.
Está preguntando quién es el que diseña los artes, el arte del juego y entre comillas el arte de los personajes y los cartavisiones y quiere invitarlo a hacer un video o algo por así.
アートはですね、スクエアエニックスのアートチーム、
Gracias por aclararlo, porque espero que el video todavía esté bueno.
So the artwork is actually created through a joint collaboration with 3 different entities. There's the Square Enix art team, the Gumi art team, and there's an illustration company called Side Designation that's also working on the game as well.
我々もね、そのアートの元となる設定の段階から、その世界観であったりとか、キャラクターであったりとか、非常にこだわりを持ってね、作っています。
And of course, the 3 teams take great pride in their work in creating, visuals that match the world setting and the lore of the game, and we put lots of effort into making that, really special.
特にキャラクターですね、サイドデザイネーションというのをこのアーティストが描いてくれています。
And for the character illustrations in particular, those are all done by the very talented artists at Side Designation.
そうですね。今度はね、今回はこのね3人プラスジャスティンでお送りしていますけれども、 もしかしたらこういう機会にね、アーティストの人も呼んで、話をするなんていうのも面白いかもしれないですね。
And so right now in this particular live stream, we've got the three of us here in the studio and Justin connecting with us remotely. But you know, it would be really nice if we could get the artists on stream sometime and maybe have some kind of event with them as well.
皆さんそういうもし要望があればどんどんね我々の方にコメント等でお知らせいただければなと思います。
And of course, if you have any other ideas for this or any kind of similar, you know, plans that you'd like to.
Ay, no te pases, no, ¿qué pasó? Uy, creo que se cayó. Sí, parece que ha habido lag. El chat sigue, no es mi culpa, parece que se cayó, se frició. Uy. A ver, voy a reiniciar la página, a ver qué pasa. Uy, qué buen crasheo, qué buen crasheo. Qué buen crasheo. A ver, vamos viendo algo. Para todas las personas, no está mal mi conexión. Se ha friseado el stream. Qué buen crash. ¿Sí? Justo cuando estamos diciendo buenas cositas. Voy a hacer lo que siempre hago en el stream de un amigo. Guaso. Qué malo. ¿Y ahora de qué hablamos? Estaba esperando que haga algo bueno, pero no. Wow. Voy a poner esta cosa en pequeño. The game doesn't crash when playing in Samsung. Es un celular muy de alta gama, pero no seas. Yo estoy jugando en un celular que es de gama media, con ajustes puede haber. Peanut butter. You got chocolate and my peanut butter. My stream is fine in YouTube. ¿Hay stream en YouTube? Ah, no lo sabía. Quiero verlo. A ver, déjenme ver si está en YouTube. Ah, sí, está acá. Ahí está, volvimos. Parece que se frició en el Facebook. Vamos a YouTube. Voy a bajarle el volumen.
Lots of them, right? Okay, so I think we have time for one more message. Message number 5. Justin?
All right, let's do it. So, hello, War of the Visions FFBE team. Are you planning collaborations with series other than Final Fantasy? More powers and keep safe.
Ahora van a contestar sobre si va a haber más colaboraciones con otros juegos o con la línea general de Final Fantasy.
Of course, we're very much aware that a lot of you really enjoy collaboration events, and your voices have not fallen on deaf ears.
ちなみに、せっかく生放送なんで、皆さんなんかどういったタイトルとコラボレーションしてほしいとかってありますかね。もしあればコメントにちょっと書き込んでいただければと。
And of course, we are here on a live stream. We're coming to you live from Tokyo right now. So I'd like to take advantage of this opportunity to ask those of you in the chat, what kinds of collaborations would you like to see? So, you know, if you have any ideas or thoughts regarding that, please feel free to
Está preguntando qué colaboraciones quieren.
or in the live chat.
Por favor, denme sus mensajes para ponerlo acá.
なるほどね。結構 FF7 という声は多いですね。
Acá, para poder ver los comentarios también.
すごい次々といろいろはいちょっとものすごい勢いで流れてもう読めないぐらいいっぱい来てます。
The chat is getting absolutely flooded, so it's hard for us to keep up.
そうですね。
Yo quiero.
今こう結構見てるとファイナルファンタジー
Trigger. Puede ser. Es un buen juego. Lo voy a poner a Nier Automata.
コラボレーションも計画しています。
And so, of course, we've got collaborations coming up with Final Fantasy titles, but we also have non-Final Fantasy collaborations coming up too.
そうですね。
También con Chrono Trigger, buen juego. Yo me lo he jugado y es increíble la historia. Full Metal Alchemist, eso está con Final Fantasy Relatives.
こちらに関してはですね、 まだ
Power
何
Rangers.
とも言えないので、これ計画
Persona
中
5.
というと
No
ころで
sé.
すね。
YouTube.
続報をお待ちくださいというところですね。
And so taking a look at the comments, I saw some mentions of Tomb Raider down there in the chat.
Sí,
And
es lo que más están comentando sobre
unfortunately,
con Tomb Raider.
But as for the exact details, we don't have anything to share at this time. So please keep your eyes peeled and wait for more information.
You can probably think of a lot of really different cool combinations, ones that you just wouldn't normally think of, and maybe that would be some kind of really interesting kind of chance for a collaboration in the future. That'd be really cool. Well, we've got lots of really enthusiastic messages from players all over the world. So, Hiroki, what did you think about it?
そうですね。本当はね、まだまだたくさんね、いろんな
No sé cuál es el juego de
質問来
Octopath.
たんですけれども、コメントとかあと
はい、みんなの
質問もたくさん来てて、ただちょっと時間の都合もありますし、全ては答えきれないんですが、ただ皆さんがそういったコメントをね、とか Q&A 要望を寄せてくださってるのは我々開発チーム皆さんみんなちゃんと認識しておりますので、ぜひ皆さんのそういった要望がですね、ゲームを育っていきますので、これからもよろしくお願いします。
So of course we got a lot of comments both here in the chat and the questions that we received before the live stream as well. And unfortunately, time is a limitation, so we're not able to get to all of your questions and comments live on stream right now. But I do want you to be aware that we are very much listening to what you have to say. And if you have any other questions or comments, your desires and your thoughts and hopes for what you want the game to be are things that we really want to take to heart and reflect in the game as well. So please keep giving us your comments and your thoughts and your questions.
Great. Justin, what about you? Got any thoughts, comments, feelings?
Yeah, I mean, Hiroki kind of nailed it there. There's always a lot of feedback, a lot of great questions and stuff being asked. Even people that leave comments that think they're not being read, I can assure you that I read them. Keep leaving them out there. Keep leaving your comments and stuff like that, and we'll definitely keep sending them around and we're gathering the feedback and stuff like that. So keep it up.
Yep, make the game together. Thank you very much. All right, so that brings to a close our Q&A session. All right, and moving on, we still got a lot to get to. Now we're going to have our second segment of new information. So what are you going to share with us this time? Hiroki.
A ver, nueva información para la parte 2, versión 3.0.
バージョンアップデートについてご紹介します。
And so in the next segment, I'd like to introduce to you what's coming in the game update that's going to be going live on March 24th.
No me interesa el chat, ahora vamos a verlo completo.
And of course, the main person for this will be Justin, so I'd like to hand it over to Justin. And yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what's coming?
All right. Well, sounds like lots of things that our viewers are going to want to know about. So, Justin, if you would.
Of course, yes. There is quite a lot to get through, and if anybody's familiar with YouTube videos, you know that this segment is what's about to come.
Va a venir el nuevo X-Job System, perfecto.
Right here on the screen, there's a lot of new stuff that's coming up.
Y el Master System.
Kind of individually.
Esto está viendo en la versión japonesa. No lo entendí muy bien, pero parece que van a haber más, como digamos. Ahí está. Para eso están las gemitas.
EX jobs are going to be unlocked for new units and some existing units as well. Unlocking an EX job increases the unit's maximum job level from 15 to 25, unlocks new nodes on the ability board, which allow you to train the unit a little bit further, get some extra bonuses and that sort of stuff. But in order to unlock an EX job, the unit must already be level 99, and their jobs must be at level 15.
Para la versión X tiene que haber literalmente que tu unidad esté a nivel 99 y todas las profesiones y las subprofesiones tengan nivel 15. Y así podrás obtener tu maestría, no sé cómo decirlo.
And so on March 24th, the following 7 units will get EX jobs added to them.
はい、それがですね、モントリオニス、シュテルリオニス、エルテリオニス。でロブホルン、オルドア、ベイロ、リアートになります。
And here you go. You're going to want to take notes. We've got Mont Leonis, Stern Leonis, Elder Leonis, Horn, Oldoa, and Liart.
はい。
No sé quiénes son los otros, me olvidé los nombres.
EX ジョブが開放できるユニットを順次追加していきますので、お楽しみにお待ちください。
And these aren't the only units that will be getting EX jobs added. We're going to add more over time. So if your favorite unit isn't there, don't worry. It might be coming down the pipeline a little bit later.
はい。じゃあジャスティン次をよろしくお願いします。
Okay, Justin, what do we have next?
A ver.
All right, let's dive into some of the ability panels here. So, by unlocking these new nodes, you're going to be able to increase your unit's base stats, level cap, and some other things. Your unit will be able to reach level 120 by doing this. You'll also be able to enhance certain abilities and learn new ones. An example of a very specific ability enhancement, in this case of Mont Leonis's Stone Throw, an ability people definitely don't have disabled.
Voy a tener que poner mucho para conseguir a Mon. Bueno, lo tengo a nivel 99, pero sus trabajos no los tengo a nivel 15.
Throw mastery, it gains a range enhancement. It has its effects become raises own defense piercing rate and then deals damage small to a target and guaranteed hit, and also lowers the move by 1 for 3 turns. So there's a lot
Como
going
siempre
on.
voy a buscar esa palabra que no me sé.
Now moving on to the
A
next
ver, ¿qué es
one.
esto? A ver, lugar en
New
el shops,
items will also be released as
submedas y
training
quest
materials.
drops.
So first up here we have Broadstones. Those can be acquired from places such as challenge missions and special shops. Then we have branded tablets, which can be obtained
Esto va a
from
ser
places such
necesario
as
para
Training
despertarlo,
Chamber,
parecer.
and then Alcurus statues, which can be, of course, obtained from Alcurus Chamber. Surprise, surprise. And then we have
Surprise, surprise.
Blossoms of Paradise, which can be obtained from places like Alcurus
Esta
Chambers.
computadora no se muera. Me quedo sin
Next we have
stream, me
Mind
muero, en
Spheres, an
serio,
item
me
that
mato
people
si
have been
fuera.
curious about over the last week or so. These are obtained along with soul medals instead of the unit shards when
Parece que estas van a haber en recompensas,
recompensas
en la...
the retainable limit. So once you hit the limit,
Estas camisetas van a
after
estar
that,
en
you
la,
get the soul
como
medals and
recompensas y en
Mind
las
Spheres as well.
tiendas.
They
Lo
will
cual
be
está
available
bien.
in places such as the Soul Medal Exchange Shop.
También vamos a tener Soul Medals
They will share a
y
single
Quest
type of
Drops.
Mind Sphere for all units in the same collaboration. So that's really awesome.
Como los de los perros de acá.
Tips you want to share, new information you want to share back at the studio?
はい、そうですね。
あ、
EX ジョブとアビリティボードの開放法によって、ユニットがより強くなります。
Of course, with EX jobs and the new ability boards that are going to be unlocked, units will be more powerful than ever before.
これまでね、パーティーに入れられなかった、入らなかったユニットっていうものも、EX 化されることによってですね、活躍する場が増えてくるというふうに思っています。
And of course, we're sure that there are some units who maybe you haven't put in your party for various reasons. Maybe they weren't strong enough or they didn't fit your composition or something like that. But with EX jobs being unlocked, it's a great opportunity to put some units that have maybe been sitting on the sidelines back into your main roster.
はい。で、育成素材に関してはですね、ゲームをプレイすることでちゃんと手に入れられるようにバランスを取っていこうというふうにはちゃんと思っています。
ya te pasaste de condenado.
方でこうしてほしいっていう声がねあれば、それもどんどん調整していきますんで、ぜひプレイしてね、プレイした後その感想をですね、SNS 等に返していただけるとありがたいなと思います。
And these EX training materials that you're going to need for these units, we want them to be available to you for doing in-game activities. But first, we'd like you to go in-game, try it out, get the materials. If you have any questions or comments or ideas for ways that we can improve the system, then you'll definitely send us, your comments on social media or through the in-game support.
はい。じゃあ、ジャスティン、続きお願いします。
So, Justin, can we go to the next slide?
All right, of course. So, until now, you would only be able to gain JP at the barracks, job points, but now they'll be able to acquire unit shards as well. When you station a unit at the barracks, you can choose whether you want
al parecer vamos a poder también, en vez de que nos den puntos de progresión, podemos conseguir fragmentos de la misma unidad.
I'm sorry, scratch that. Regardless of the cost, you can get
esto está buenazo, para las personas que quieran farmear fragmentos. ¿Pero será limitado o puede ser para todos?
Anything else you'd like to add back at the studio?
そうですね、これコスト100の
parece ser que va a ser para todos los personajes. Genial, genial. Eso está muy bueno. Yo siempre tengo problemas con farmear fragmentos.
でクエストをねプレイして JP を集めて、でかけらに関してはこの弊社で集めると、この新しいね弊社でのシステムで集めていくといいんじゃないかなって思います。
So I think for many of you that means you're going to want to get your JP through doing quests, and then you can use the barracks to get your shards.
さらにですね、この期間限定の
Yo quiero maxear a Cecil. Ahí está mi oportunidad.
ぜひこれをね、うまく活用してほしい。
Creo que todo el mundo va a aprovechar esto del grindeo del Kirby para las unidades limitadas. Obvio.
はい。じゃあまたジャスティンお願いします。
Okay, what's next, Justin?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué
All right,
más?
so speaking of guilds, we have the implementation of an additional guild statue as well as
Una estatua de guild.
So, a new guild statue, the Knight of Stone statue, will be added along with the guild quest, which can be completed to enhance
supongo que nos van a dar
the
también
Knight
en
Stone
las
statue.
noticias para el lunes,
So
así que ahí
guild
lo voy a
quests
explicar
not
lo que
only give
puedo.
you items such as guild medals, equipment crafting materials, and other training materials, but they will also allow you
Exacto,
to experience
ahí está.
points needed to enhance the level of the Knight Stone statue. As the Knight Stone statue increases
Para mi
level,
gremio va a estar
guild
bacán
members will
porque
receive bonuses that help that
a
are
ver,
that
clear
give
guild
stats that
quest
help
and
through
to
PvP,
earn
such as
guild
accuracy and
extension.
evasion. Additional guild quests that can be completed daily will also be added, making it possible
Parece
to
que va a
enhance
ser
the
con
Knight Stone
misiones y
statue
todo. Yo
more
tengo la
efficiently.
estatua a nivel
Work
4, a
together
nivel
with your fellow
5 en mi
guild members,
gremio.
make sure
No es
they're
mío,
using
pero
the statue
ahí
and
está.
doing what they can every day. Back to you, Hiroki.
はい。そうですね。このギルドクエストはEX の素材とか、あと武具の素材などが手に入ります。
And so, of course, in these guild quests, you can get EX materials and weapon materials as well.
この石像が育つとですね、ギルドクエストが徐々に解放されていくんですね。で、その手に入れられる素材も変わっていきます。
And so this statue, as the statue gets improved, you're going to be able to access and unlock more guild quests with different rewards.
なのでね、ぜひギルドのみんなと協力しながら石像をね、育ててください。
So make sure you improve your statue and work together with your guild members to make it the best it can be.
これまでね、石像を育てるのには素材を入れて育てなくちゃいけなかったんですけども、今回はゲームをプレイすることで、クエストをプレイすることで、石像が育つという、ちょっと今までとまた違った遊びになってますんで、ぜひね、楽しみにしてください。
So with previous statues, you may remember that you actually had to donate materials in order to get the statues improved. But this particular statue is going to be improved just by doing quests and participating in in-game activities. So it's a little different than something that you're used to.
はい。で、ジャスティン続きお
Vamos a
願い
ver
し
si
ます。
vamos a estar haciendo misiones para mejorar esta cosa.
All right, next up we're going to be talking
Como siempre
about
vamos viendo las noticias que nos dan. ¿Qué es eso?
They'll be making their debut as a substitute material for vision spheres when awakening vision cards. So this will make
Vision cards can be awakened with visiting instances of vision spheres.
So please give these new items
Or
a try. I think you
vision.
will like them quite a bit. And then next up,
ver.
all vision cards of MR rarity or higher will have element-specific effects added to their party abilities. So in order to unlock these effects, the players will need to fully awaken the vision card and raise it.
Wow, van a hacer también otra cosita, van a implementar nuevas mejoras en las diferentes cartas. Todas las visiones MR o más de más alta will have elemento un efecto para el elemento específico añadido a las habilidades del grupo. Está bien, está bien. Sí. Ahí dice que si live, carajo. Por fin, por fin, por fin, al fin. Casi los Espers que más uso están a nivel, que no le puedo sacar todas las habilidades. Al fin, Espers en nivel 3, al fin. Parece que va a ser Ifrit, Décimo y Captura. Está bien. Ahí digo, a Décimo no lo tengo, a Captura sí y a este sí.
Add status ailment resistances for the
Espero que sigan nivelando más rápido.
We hope you look forward to even more strategic battles with the vision cards as well. But back to you, Hiroki, for some more information.
そうですね。まず原風の玉に関してはですね、今まで原球を躊躇して使えなかった人は使えなくて、ビジョンカードを育てられなかった人はですね、ぜひこの原風の玉を使ってですね、ビジョンカードを覚醒してもらえればなと思います。
So we're aware that some of you have been hoarding materials that you are afraid to use on vision cards. So we'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that it's okay to use those materials and power up your vision cards.
Nos van a dar cositas nuevas para subir para las cartas de visiones. Dice que tenemos entre comillas un poco de miedo de subirlas. Yo sí tengo miedo porque gasto mucho material.
召喚獣に関してはね、順次
A veces no me sobra. Y a veces estoy con la justa para subir una carta que quiero.
So for the 3-star Espers, first we're coming up with Ifrit, and then Behemoth and Cactuar are going to be the ones that are
Como dije,
available at the
están
start.
diciendo de que los 3 primeros Espers que van a subirse al nivel 3 de estrellas serán Ifrito, Behemoth y Cactuar. Los demás seguirán poniéndolos en futuras actualizaciones.
All right, so continuing the new information here.
¡Bahamut!
We'll be making its
¡Bahamut!
debut as an Esper.
Uno de los mejores Espers del juego, junto con Leviatán para mí. Para mí.
A little bit about
En los juegos, no en este juego, sino en los juegos. Para mí los dos son los más poderosos. Bahamut, el Dragon Kid, Advance. Ahí está, sus mejoras.
Dragon King Advanced Bahamut is a powerful vision card that
Aquí ves
enhances
el
light
Light
type
Type Units.
and as a global upgrade it also
Sube
provides
la magia y la
as
agilidad.
a bestowed effect. Any other comments, Hiroki?
Un log. Déjame ver. Pero vamos a tener a Bahamut. Vamos viendo cómo hacer esa animación después.
この1周年にはね、非常にふさわしい召喚獣じゃないかなと思います。
So of course, those of you who are familiar with the Final Fantasy series titles know that Bahamut is one of the mainstay Espers in the series. It always has a huge impact.
Es el Esper que más aparecerá, es el Esper que más aparece y uno de los más poderosos en todos los juegos de Final Fantasy.
そんなバハムートのですね、動画をちょっと用意しましたんで、ぜひご覧ください。
And I'm sure you're curious as to what Bahamut will look like in game, and we've got a video to show you. So let's take a look.
A ver, vamos viendo. En expresiva. No puedo más calidad. Está en 720. Ahí está. A la miércoles, se ve imponente ese dragón de miércoles.
はい。ということですね。
Está bacán. Voy a retrocederlo después.
これがね、皆さんぜひバハムートをね、手に入れて、自分の分をね、体験してみてください。
And I think you can tell from the video that Bahamut is a really impressive Esper. It's very, very powerful. So I hope you take the chance and maybe get Bahamut on your team.
もちろんね、
Me está diciendo que Bahamut es la hostia y va a estar en nuestro equipo.
性能に関しては今、ジャスティンの方から説明がありました。
Espero que no sea como Dean, que fue limitado y después lo revolucionó.
バハムートのアビリティボードには、マジックアタックアップの他に、アリーナとかで、アリーナやギルドで、ね、非常にこうなどの対人戦で有効なマンイーターが挙げられるようになっています。
And so we heard a little bit about the powers that Bahamut has that Justin told us about. And of course, Bahamut is as strong as he looks, right? And he's got, on his ability board, he's got things like Magic Attack Plus. And most importantly, he's got the Man-Eater ability, which is very, very powerful in PvP and other kinds of content.
Está diciendo que va a ser muy poderoso en el PvP, así que vamos a tener en cuenta eso.
非常に有効だと思うんで、ぜひ登場した時にはですね、手に入れて。
¿Tú quién eres?
So those of you who are very interested in PvP will definitely want to get your hands on Bahamut because that's where he really shines. So if you're looking forward to PvP, you might want to get your hands on Bahamut.
はい。
Yo quiero a Bahamut, no importa si es para PvP, yo quiero a Bahamut nomás.
So Justin, I know it's been quite a long series of information, but we're in the home stretch, so let's take it home.
All right, let's finish it out here. That Bahamut video is but for the next segment here, or for the next piece of information, I want to talk about the Premium Pass.
Premium Pass. No puedo tener porque no puedo pagarlo.
But the Quest Pass,
no puedo gastar mucho dinero.
The Quest Challenge Pass, Unit Training Pass, and Equipment Training Pass have been renewed as a single Premium Pass that is going to be sold with no change in price from before. So please look forward to that. That will be coming in very soon.
Parece que también va a dar un plus para conseguir fragmentos.
We have the new home screen. This is going to be improved. Helps you, kind of get to stuff quicker.
Sí, creo que se ve mucho mejor, o no sé. ¿Qué opinan ustedes? ¿Qué opinan ustedes para el nuevo menú?
Then next up, we're going to have a quality of life improvement that's going to show you how the stats change when you are changing equipment. So please check that out. I think it'll be a little bit easier for you, a little bit more clear on exactly what.
Changes in stat when switches weapon.
But I think that kind of covers it for the main updates. That was quite a lot to get through. I hope you guys are looking forward to all of that.
いや、ジャスティンありがとうね。
Thanks, Justin.
ありがとう。
You're welcome.
ありがとうございま
たく
す。
さんありましたけどね、特に最後の方に出てたUI の改修、UI の変更、ホーム画面の UI の変更に関してもグローバル独自の変更を加えていて、できるだけねボタンを押しやすいようにとか考えて作っております。
And so that was a lot of information that we kind of churned through, but I'd like to just say a few words about the UI changes on the home screen that was touched on right at the very, very end. These are some changes we made with the global version in mind, so hopefully you'll find them a little bit easier to find what you need and to press buttons easier and stuff like that.
はい、まあ、ね、1年この1周年以降もですね、さまざまなアップデートを予定してますんで、ぜひね、楽しみにお待ちいただければなと思います。
And of course, we've got more updates coming to you after the first anniversary as well, so keep your eyes peeled and look forward to more updates.
Thank you very much. It's really cool how FFB just kind of continues to evolve all the time, so you never get tired of it, right? Keeps on evolving, you got to keep up, right? Okay, that was it for our second new information segment. Thank you very much.
Estábamos en el segundo stage.
Okay, so I'm sure it's still pretty fresh in your memory. You probably remember we saw some video messages just a little while ago from two of our voice actors who wanted to kind of, join us in celebrating the first anniversary. Actually, we've got 3 more of these videos coming up, and you're going to love these, I promise. So we're going to move on. Before we move on to the next segment, we're going to take a look at these 3 videos really quick. So let's get started. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Skylar Davenport. Mashari Horn, and happy first anniversary to War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's been such a fun year recording and I really love this character. I feel like she's very strong. And thank you all so much for all of your support. I hope you're really enjoying the game. I hope it's bringing you a lot of fun, maybe a couple of laughs here and there, and also maybe some relief and comfort, given everything that's going on in the world right now. And I look forward to continuing to discover more of Mashari's storyline as it unfolds. I'll be right there with you. And thank you all again so very much for your support. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Happy first anniversary, War of the Visions. La
voz de Graciela en inglés.
Mendez, the voice of Glaciella Wizette, and it has been so cool to be a part of this game and to do it in the form of Glaciella. She is just everything I love in a character. She's so well-rounded and is strong and emotional and it's just been really cool to go on her journey, and I
es un buen personaje, Graciela,
can't
también.
wait to see
Muy buen
where
personaje.
it takes me
Y yo lo quiero.
As we continue to record the game. That said, for as long as this game has been out, thank you all for supporting it. And if you continue to support it, which honestly you should, because it's a very good game, I hope that you are given the best RNG when you roll for your characters, especially if you don't have Glaciella yet. You should. She's very good. I don't even have her yet, so you'd be one up on me. But I just hope that you continue to support such an amazing game and be a part of such a great community. So thank you so much. And hopefully this game will keep going for years to come. Thanks, guys.
Hello, this is Patrick Seitz, the English voice of Zazan in War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. You probably know him as the guy that talks like this. He's rather gruff, and he fights a lot, and he soliloquizes about death. And he's got a rather smart-looking bear chapeau, if we're being completely honest. Anyhow, I am speaking to you guys through the miracle of technology right now to wish the game and, by extension, you guys, the players, a happy first anniversary for War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. 1 anniversary down, many happy returns, hopefully. Whether you are a casual player or a rather committed player, a passionate player.
Yo soy entre causal y committed.
Zazan stand, which I hear is a thing, because I've heard through the grapevine, and I love this, that in the global popularity poll, Zazan was voted most popular.
¿De verdad?
In Japan, they voted for some cute female characters. We could have done that globally. We could have voted for some thin, passionate boys to be our husbandos. But you guys voted for the dude that has a bear on his head, and I love you for it. I love that you went that route. You zigged when you could have zagged.
La verdad quisiera ese gorro de Zazan que tiene.
I think it was a wise choice. So to you guys, whether you love Zazan or not, I give you 2 thumbs up, 3 high fives. The math on that doesn't quite pan out, but I say that if Zazan wouldn't worry about the math, and he does not strike me as a guy that would be worrying about the math, you should either. So thank you for playing the game. Thank you for your passion. May the summon tickets rain down upon you in your glory, and may all of your summons be 5-star. From Sazan.
Patrick. That was awesome.
Qué bonito.
I want him to
¿En
come
serio
to
fue
the studio
votado
next
más
time.
popular? No sabía.
He's got such a great voice, and he's hilarious. He's great.
El de Sazan,
Okay,
claro.
so well, after watching those really great video messages,
Yo
believe it
admito
or
que
not, we're
Sazan es muy
actually
bueno.
in the final phase of today's live
Es un
stream.
buen
So
personaje.
please be sure to stick around.
Pero
Again, we still got a
no
really
sabía que era
lot
votado
of
como
really
uno de los
cool stuff still
mejores.
coming up.
Eso me tomó
So
muy
the
sorpresa.
first corner, our little first portion of
Lo
the
siento
last
por
phase
aquellos
of
que
today's
lo
live stream
admiran a Sazan.
is the FFXVS Universe Milestone Challenge!
What? ¿Dijo Milestone?
Okay, and you're like, okay, well, what is it? So, can you tell us a
Oh,
little
por
bit
el
about
Final
that?
Fantasy
はい、この
Universe.
コーナーはですね、現在開催中の FFB とのコラボレーション企画 FFXVS Universe キャンペーンについてお話ししたいと思います。
So in this segment, I'd like to talk a little bit about the FFXVS Universe campaign, which is a collaboration event going on right now with FFBE.
We love collaboration. Great, Hiroki. So, what exactly can you tell us is the XVS Universe?
はい、これはですね FFB と War of the Visions のクロスオーバー的なイベントです。以前にもですね作品同士のコラボレーションはしていたんですけども、そのために非常に好評いただいていました。
So this is a crossover event between FFBE and War of the Visions, and we've done collaborations between the two games before, and it's been very well received by the fans.
これまでコラボレーションをしていて、ただその時はですね、お互いのキャラクターがユニットがそれぞれ、登場するというような形だったんですけれども、今回はですね共通のストーリーを、楽しめるように、両方のゲームで同じ共通のストーリーを楽しめるようになっています。
So in the previous instances we've had of this, it's been just characters from one game appearing in the other, so you could see, characters from FFB and.
Parece que no va a haber el episodio 3.
But what's different this time is that there's a shared story that you can enjoy in both of the games.
That's really cool.
このね、2作品はですね、舞台となる時代がですね、全く違うんですけれども、主人公であるモントとレインは、似たような行動理念をね、ヒーローですから持っています。で、そんな2人が出会ってどういうお話になるんだろうと、そういった興味からですね、今回このストーリーを作りました。
Of course, in FFBE and War of the Visions, the stage on which the story is set is very, very different. But Mont and Rain, the two protagonists of the games, are very, very similar in their thoughts and actions and the way they interact with people. And so we thought to ourselves, what would it be like if Mont and Rain met and actually interacted with each other? And that's how we kind of came up with the story for this event.
Lo que dijo fue que Ryan, a pesar de que Ryan y Mon son de diferentes épocas, son muy iguales en sus ideales.
That's really cool.
Yo digo que son casi la misma persona. Pero no, tienen diferentes puntos de vista.
Love it. This is really cool. Is there anything else you'd like to
Y
add
tienen
about that?
700 años de diferencia, así que ahí
そう
está la
ですね
diferencia.。
今ね、FFB と War of the Visions どちらのゲームでもログインしていただければ、今回のユニバースオリジナルのビジョンカードが獲得できます。
And of course, in both FFBE and War of the Visions, logging into either game will give you a special vision card.
Ya tengo esta y tengo esta. Muy buenas son. Esta aumenta magia y ataque, y esta aumenta ataque de todos los elementos
And in
y
War of the
aumenta
Visions,
el
you'll be
peso.
able to get a special vision card that features Fina and Masheri.
このねデザインちょっと見てもらうと分かるんですけど、ちょっと緑色に統一されたカードなんですけれども、今ちょうどこういうお祭りをね、緑のお祭りをしてたりもするので、そういったものをモチーフにしています。
And so as you can see on the image that's on your screen right now, there's a very, very green theme to the vision card. And so there's lots of green festivals going on right now. And so we wanted to take that image and incorporate it into the event.
Van a tener un evento que conlleva esto, al parecer. Porque está en verde, y esta pregunta, ¿por qué está en verde? ¿San Patricio o
We've
algo?
also got a community challenge event going on for shares on social networking services, on social media.
こちらはですね、すでに2000シェアを達成しています。
Sí,
皆さんにはですね、
parece
3000ビジュアルと
que
MR プラスギャランティード10サモンチケット A を2枚プレゼントします。
And of course, thanks to all of your hard work, we've already reached 2,000 shares. And so,
Ya consiguieron las 2000
hard work,
2000 compartidas y
is
retweets en
possible.
Facebook y en
We're going to
Twitter.
be giving everyone 300 Visior and an MR Plus guaranteed 10-fold
¿Pudieron,
summit
aunque sea, pudieron dar 500, por favor?
はい。そしてですね、それぞれのゲーム
Ya no
で、
importa.
それぞれのゲームではですね、
Pues es cierto que a nosotros también nos van a dar una M garantizada por 10 sumos a...
の開催中です。
And so, of course, in each game, there's a linked quest that's going on right now called Sprouts.
Sí, más de eso todavía. 756es bastante,
プレイ
la
してくれ
verdad.
てるかと思うんですけれども、たくさんの方が実際にプレイしてくださってました。ありがとうございます。
And I'm sure that those of you watching the live stream have already tried out the event. And so I'd like to thank you so much for trying this new linked event that we've got going on.
ないでけ。
こう両ゲームでですね、プレイヤーが対象のクエストをクリアした回数の合計に応じて、それぞれのゲームでリワードがもらえるマイルストーンキャンペーンも実施しています。
And of course, we've also got a milestone campaign going on as well, in which the total number of clears between the two games is going to count for this
Sí,
milestone
son...
campaign. And based on the
Este
number
de
of
acá es
clears that we
difícil
get, you'll
y
get more
este de acá es
rewards.
bueno, es más o menos.
Okay, so it's
No,
not
esto es bien fácil.
exactly in
Este
real
es
time, but what it does mean is that you can see like how many quests have been cleared by players all around the world. Am I right?
That's right. その通りですね。現在ですね、クリア数とマイルストーンの達成状況はこんな感じになってます。
Yes, that's
Antes
right.
de que termine el periodo voy a subir video de los dos lados completo.
はい。
A ver.
That looks pretty good.
そうですね。一番最後の3番目のティアまでもう少しのところですかね。
So we're almost at the third tier, just a little bit more.
All right. Well, everyone's doing very well on that. Hiroki-san, but there's something that's kind of bothering me about this. So the third milestone, it's just a bunch of question marks. What about that?
はい。そうなんですね。最後のマイルストーン。
Esto no es tan importante porque es más para guardar de ellos, pero miren esto. Con 10.000, 1.000.000 de estos, una unidad garantizada suman y será decidido durante este stream. ¿Qué unidad quieren que sea? ¿Qué unidad quieren que sea?
At the beginning of this segment, the FF XVS Universe Milestone Challenge. So once again, we're going to make it even clearer this time. It is the XVS Universe Campaign Milestone Darts Challenge!
Milestone Darts Challenge.
Rebecca, tell us about this.
Yes, what we're going to do is we're going to decide on the rewards for the XVS Universe Campaign Milestone Darts Challenge by throwing the darts, obviously.
Wow.
And we prepared the darts board and with the rewards written on the targets. So Hiroki-san and us, and both MC, me and Justin, will throw a dart one by one. The reward for the campaign will be determined by the target the dart will hit.
A ver, el profesor Hiroki y dos de los que están ahí tirarán un dardo para a un panel con recompensas. Las recompensas dependerán del objetivo que el dardo haya golpeado. Adheriremos una regla especial. Los participantes will draw an Esper R. A ver, todos los participantes podrán tirar una carta de Esper ellos podrán tirar de dar according to what is writing on the card.
It's a big
esa parte no entendí
so
muy
we have to really concentrate on that.
The spice of the game a little bit. If fatal misses, the third.
Now we can see me now. Okay, over here. I'm still over here. Are you sure you guys want me doing this together with you? I am not good at anything like this.
Para resumir, es un juego donde
los que están acá
van a jugar y le van a lanzar dado y depende de dónde caigan nos van a dar recompensa. Pero si fallan, al parecer, pero si fallan,
you ready?
No nos van a dar nada o algo parecido.
All right, let's get down to the details of the rewards written on the darts target. So let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see there, black is 500, green is 1,000 PCOR, and then orange one is 2,000. And of course, what that means is
en las partes chiquitas nos van a dar 2.000 visiones. Sí,
where the dart hits.
So we're
like, go for right in the middle. But of course, the best one is the smallest one, right? I mean, you had to make it just as difficult as you possibly could. But that's how it's going to play out.
Sí,
So,
mejor vaya afinando esa puntería, condenado.
Well, I'm sorry, everybody. We'll do our best. I can't
Ve
promise anything.
afinando tu puntería ahorita mismo. Ve afinando tu puntería. Yo quiero mis 2000 visiones.
Me first?
Yes.
Sí, tú primero.
Now
Tú
I can
primero.
already see your face. You have to come on to the center.
No vayas a fallar.
Say save the best for last, so that means put the worst person first. Okay.
Okay, so Justin,
let's
you
see.
have to pick the
Right.
Esper card here.
Okay, and at random, right?
Yes.
Oh God. All right, here we go.
A ver.
So what do you have?
And I've got this. Da-da-da!
No se puede ver, está en pantalla verde, condenado.
Can you get that? Okay.
Sifide, Tetra Sifide.
Tetra Sylphis. Okay, that is a missile.
Uy, qué bonita
attack
carta, yo la quiero.
card.
No sé por qué, pero quiero tener en mis manos esa carta. Está bonita esa carta.
Okay. Okay, give us a slide. Okay, here's what we have to do.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, this is the card for the
Esper
attack
card,
up. Throw
Odin,
from half
attack.
distance.
Oh.
You could advance.
Lanzas a mitad de distancia.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect for
O
someone
sea,
like me. Great.
si conseguía la carta de Odin, podía.
Can I do it?
No.
Not yet.
Sorry. It's a missile attack up. Throw from the 1 meter behind the throwing line.
Va a lanzar 1 metro atrás de la línea de donde está.
You mean I have to go back farther?
Hellfire. You can adjust and then throw in the dart con un cuarto de distancia. Bébete un jugo y podrás tirar al dardo. Y esos son todos. Son 3 cartas.
Start with Odin.
Básicamente en la última carta tendrá que estar ebrio y tirar.
Odin is
Tira a
attack
alguien.
up throw from half distance. And Tetra
Sí, son todas cartas. Terra Sifide, Odin y... Tetra, perdón. Tetra. Yo digo Terra. Es Tetra Sifide.
And the next one is
Ifrit.
Ifrit.
Ahí está.
Ifrit, yes.
Yes,
Bébete un juguito caliente, un jugo caliente, lo que
Drinking
sea.
the hot juice. We have
Y
prepared the hot
tira
juice,
el dardo
and then throwing it
en
from the
un
1
tercio de la
third
distancia.
distance. That's a bit of advance.
Este borracho y ya. ¡Oh, y la carta
And
es
next
go!
one is Chocobo. It's rapidly up.
Dashing.
Throw
¿Qué es
it
dashing?
from half distance while dashing. That's pretty difficult.
Dashing, ya sé cuál
And
es.
the next one is two-headed dragon.
Oh.
As you can see, you have
tries allowed.
you have 2 tries allowed.
Allowed.
And the last one is
Definitely.
Golem. Golem is
The
a
area
defense
for
up
the
card.
best reward
The
is
area
expanded.
For the best reward is expanded.
Estamos viendo cómo lo hacen, a ver si nos dan las recompensas o fallan miserablemente o fallan a propósito.
It looks like I jumped out here before we even had a chance.
Pero igual nos van a dar misiones.
What do I have to do? Okay, but now I know what I have to do. So I'm actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just so excited to get started. even though
Tira
I didn't
bien.
want this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and like draw another one. Is that okay? Because now I know what they're all about. So I'm gonna draw another one right now. Okay.
Right.
I mixed them up. It's okay. I cleared it with the director. He said it's okay. I mix them up so I don't actually know what I'm drawing. Okay. So I'm gonna pick a new one.
Good luck.
All right. And this is what I got. Dun, da, dun.
Se expande el área. Se expande el área de las mejores recompensas. Titan. Golem, perdón.
Okay.
Se expanden las áreas.
The area for the best reward is expanded.
Yeah. No vayas a fallar, mierda. No vayas a fallar.
It's actually going to be a little bit easier for me.
Yeah, easier and lucky.
Ahí está, sacan esa cosa, pongan la otra.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's huge orange circle.
Ya lo tenían preparado, ya pensaba.
This huge orange circle. Okay.
これ外したらちょっと見てる人たち
You
に怒られ
cannot
ちゃい
miss
ます。
it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the downside of all this. If I miss, which is not exactly an impossibility, there's going to be a lot of angry people out there. Okay.
Sí.
So I can throw from right here at this line?
Nah,
Right here?
es imposible que falle. Es
Alright.
imposible que
I
falle.
don't have to close my eyes, right? Okay. All right, here we go.
No, es imposible que falle, pero si falla es a propósito ya.
3, 2, 1, go!
2000 visiones para todos. Pero solamente por una vez. Sí, 2000 visiones. Espero tener 20.000 para el aniversario.
Good, you did a great job. All right, so next I'll go forward.
Yeah.
Yes?
All right, Rebecca.
No.
Okay, you're going to do it
So
next.
you have to, explain what I've got.
Esperaba que siguieran con
What is
ese
the card I
cuadrito.
have? Okay.
Esa Tiana o lo que sea.
Okay, I'll take
A
this.
ver. Chocobo.
Chocobo.
Oh, las flores están bonitas. Las flores están muy bonitas.
So, Chocobo.
Rapidity up. You can throw it from half distance, but you have to throw it while you are running.
Okay.
Ya entendí, ya entendí.
That's
Como un
pretty
chocobo.
hard.
Okay, yeah, it's like harder than throwing like an
¿Cómo
axe
se dice?
from a long way
No
away.
sé cómo
Okay.
se hace. No sé cómo hacen los chocobos.
All right, so this is chocobo, like as I said, rapidity up. So you can
2000,
throw it. You can
papá.
actually throw it from half
Exacto,
distance,
que
but
me
you
lo
have to
sabes.
run up to that half distance point. Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
2000.
Are you ready?
2016 para a la bolsa.
Hiroki, should we count it down?
Okay.
Say no. 3, 2,
2,
1, go!
Oh!
What did she get?
1000.
1,000.
1000. Ya van 3000. 3000 en la bolsa, papá.
Good? Bad?
Good,
Good?
good.
Good?
It's
Okay.
okay.
Hey, that's pretty
Voy
good.
a apuntarlo porque no quiero que me
So
estafen.
at this moment, we've got a total of 3,000 points.
Voy a apuntarlo como,
We still have one person left to go.
como vendedor de pollos acá en Perú.
So Hiraki-san, it's your
3000,
turn.
3000. En el brazo. Todos se apuntan en el brazo.
Hiroki.
Apunta bien.
All right, what is he going to get?
Chocobo.
Okay,
Ifrit.
Ah.
Hellfire
Vaya.
drinking juice and
Vaya.
then throwing it from the 1/3 of the distance.
Tómate un chupito. Tómate un chupito.
So when you say hot juice, I mean,
Hot
what is it?
juice.
Spicy,
Hot is spicy,
Oh my
yes.
God.
3.
Justin,
¿Quién de aquí es mexicano?
I
Okay.
hear you laughing. Okay.
Okay.
No quiero ser,
count.
no quiero ser,
Okay. 3,
no quiero ser este tipo.
1, go!
Oh, no me gusta el picante, yo estaría sufriendo.
Oh!
Ya, 4000, papá.
100.
1,000.
100.
1,000.
Maybe.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
¿No van a dar el 6000? Por favor, dígame que no van a dar el 6000.
What? So he just gave me
Yeah.
6,000.
6000. Directo a la bolsa, papá. Gracias,
ちょっ
Hioki.
とね、今、自分
いや
で
1000
本当にちゃんと
No me
2000や
tapes.
ってようと思ったんだけど、
No tengo
本当
papel
に
ahorita
軽く
para
当たんなかったか
apuntar.
らちょっと恥ずかしかったんで、ちょっと真ん中にしちゃいました。
That's really
So I
hard.
was really trying really hard to aim for 2,000, but just the hot
te
spicy
cae
drink
bien
really
mío.
got to me. So I kind of cheated a little bit and put it on 2,000 directly.
Wow. So that basically means that we've got just a huge amount of rewards.
Está borracho.
6,000.
No, era salsa picante. A mí no me gusta el salsa picante, yo me muero si como eso. Bueno, no necesariamente, pero no me gusta el salsa picante.
6,000 with your...
6,000.
Okay.
¡Sí!
So milestones
6,000 para
rewards, we've got
todos.
6,000
6,000 visuales para todos.
Yes,
Right.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Se van a gastar al toque, pero no importa. No importa.
We didn't disappoint too many people, I don't think. Well, but in the end, we got 6,000. So.
6,000.
Yeah.
6,000. Está bien,
こ
está
れ
bien.
皆さんね、
I figure que no van a dar 10,000. Eso sería un suicidio también.
6000ビジュアルも受け取れますんで、ぜひゲームにログインしてください。
Lo amo.
So you'll be
Yo
able to
también
get
lo
your
amo,
hands on the
Hiroki.
6,000 Visior by logging into the game after March 24th.
Okay.
Parece que lo vamos a lograr después del 24.
本当に辛いの使うんですね。
They
Total,
really didn't go
bueno,
easy
no
with
van
the
a-
hot drink, let me tell you.
I'd like to find out what they actually put in that. I'm kind of afraid to ask, though. But all right, great. So, any last impressions? Let's get a couple of words from both of you. So, well, let's go with Rebecca. What did you think about our challenge?
Yeah, that I was really, enjoying involving in this game, and maybe I could do, something for viewers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Thank
All right.
you.
And how about you, Hiroki?
いやーでもね、皆さん喜んでいただけたのかな。6000ビジュアルね、見事獲得できましたんで。
So hopefully you're able to enjoy this segment and, of course, the 6,000 Visior as well.
Sí,
ね次はね、ぜひね、ちょっとね、
Sí.
アメリカのジャスティン
sí, vamos a tener 6,000 visuales.
So next time I will get Justin in America to throw it too.
Okay, sounds good.
Quiero que el rescate.
So
Bien,
everybody don't
bien,
forget
Brian. Quiero que
to
el
get
rescate.
your milestone rewards, and that's it.
Igual,
for
como
the
dije, igual se van a
Experience
salir rápido,
University
pero
Campaign
igual se van a gastar rápido, pero son 6.000 misiones. Yeah.
All right, okay. So now moving right along, the moment that you've all been waiting for. There's actually a couple of them today, but one of the moments that you've all been waiting for is the last update of the day. So I'm kind of wondering what kind of information we're going to get in this segment. Hiroki, can you tell us about that?
Yes. まあね、そろそろこの情報が来るんじゃないかと思っている人もいるんじゃないですかね。
I'm sure that some of you probably have a good idea of what's going to be coming next.
はい。まずはじゃあこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Nos está diciendo que tenemos una idea. A ver. Dice que tenemos una idea de qué va a venir después. A ver un momento. A summoner and two heaven from Spy. Ya está. Yuna y Tidus. Listen to my story. This may be our last change. Puede ser. Pero para nosotros tal vez no. This is your story. Auron, bien. Yuna. You will do it without false hope. ¿Está Tidus? ¿O sí es Tidus? No me dejaste leer. A ver, Titus, Job, Star Player. Supongo que cada uno siempre, como siempre, van a tener sus versiones exclusivas. Summoner. Y ahí está Auron. Okay. Auron. A ver, ¿quién está acá? El de Tidus, el de Yuna y el de Auron. Creí que iba a tener su espada más Amune, ¿cómo se llama? No me acuerdo. Lo que voy a decir es que el Limit Burst de Tidus es igualito al Limit Burst en el Final Fantasy. ¿Vamos a tener ese jefe? Dígame que sí. Se ve interesante. Hay una letra. Como decía, el Limit Burst de Tidus se parece un montón al Limit Burst en Final Fantasy Revelations. Los dos juegos son casi lo mismo. Now let's see the team come together. Ay, qué lindo. ¿No lo van a dar gratis? ¿No lo van a dar gratis? ¿No me creen? ¿No los van a dar gratis a Tidus? ¿Va a ser gratis?
はい、というわけでですね、
Tidus.
3月24日
Sí, nos lo van a dar gratis.
このコラボレーションを開催します。
Perdón, pero no me puedo contener la emoción.
And so as you can see, starting on March 24th, we've got the Final Fantasy X collaboration.
That is really cool. So you're telling us that the collaboration that we've all been waiting for is finally going to happen.
はい、日本版のね情報を知ってる方ももしかしたらいらっしゃるのかなと思うんですけども、グローバル版でももちろん。
Voy a poner como un loco para tener el despertar 99. Espero que me den, espero que pueda poner.
今回ですね、この FF10 とのコラボレーション、期間限定のコラボレーションではあるんですが、なんでしょうね、育成期間がもっと欲しいという声もありましたので、ご覧いただけるようにですね、非常に長い期間。
El arte está bacán. Lo que puedo decir es que el arte está muy bueno.
And so just like all collaborations, this is going to be a limited time event only. But we have heard
Como
from
siempre,
many that you wanted more time to be able to power up your limited time characters. So as you can see, this event is going to be running a little bit longer than some of our previous ones.
Parece ser que también va a
そしてですね、コラボ期間中にログインしていただくだけで URT だがゲットできます。
And so logging
Y
into
nos van a dar
the event, we'll be able to get Titus for
en el mismo aniversario, genial.
はい、こちらですね。
Sí.
本当ログインするだけで手に入りますのでね、ぜひ。
Igualito a Cecil. Igualito a
All you have to
Cecil.
do is log in, so
Sí.
just log in and get your Titus.
All right, well, that's really great news, especially for those people who are going to start playing the game because of this collaboration.
Yeah. そうですよね。昨年のね、11月にの FF4 とのコラボレーションで、セシルを配布した時にですね、非常に、好評でしたので、今回もですね、しちゃおうというふうに思っております。
And so if you think back to November when we had the Final Fantasy IV collaboration, we gave out Cecil for free during that time as well.
Va a volver Cecil en noviembre, parece. Va a volver Cecil. En noviembre.
はい。そしてですね、今回のコラボレーションで登場するユニットとビジョンカードの一覧がこちらになります。
And I'm sure you're curious as to what units and vision cards will be appearing, so let's take a look.
はい。アーロン、ティーダの他にですね、ユーナとあとアーロンが登場します。
And we're not just going to have Titus available, but Yuna and Auron as
well.
Parece
que Auron va a venir el 31 de este
And there are a
mes.
total of 2 vision cards
En
available.
cambio, ellos no van a venir este mes, este día. Bueno, en la próxima actualización. Era al final.
And so
del
Auron
mes.
and the vision cards are going to be available
Place
starting from
no,
the second week of the collaboration.
では、ここからですね、それぞれの詳細について、ジャスティンの方から紹介していただこうと思います。
And so for the details of this collaboration, including the units, let's hand it over to Justin.
ジャスティンお願いします。
Justin, please.
Of course, with pleasure. So before I get started, I think everybody can agree that the music that played in that video was pretty legendary. But let me introduce Titus, the protagonist of Final Fantasy X. He will be joining War of the Visions, and he is a water element unit with his main job, Abe's star player. His sub-jobs are Palladia.
Es igualito
His limit burst
al Limit Burst en Final Fantasy Radius.
A powerful offensive attack that deals 4 hit damage to a
ver si
target.
lo puedo mostrar. Lo muestro acá en
A
cámara,
little
si es
bit
que
more
puedo.
information about him. Titus is a physical attacker who specializes in speed, of course. His turns come around pretty often with the use of abilities like Haste God and Quick Hit that raise his agility, allowing him to let loose on the enemy and get a lot of hits in.
También tiene habilidad como de
Increasing
fasteo.
his agility, Quick Hit also
Igual que
slows the
un
enemy's
mago de
CP,
tiempo.
making it particularly powerful. His 4-hit limit burst also makes him useful in raids when you're trying to build up chains and get that maximum damage. So anyone out there joining War of the Visions for the first time, this FF10 collaboration should have no trouble getting you started with Titus on their team. So we hope you look forward to it. Back to you, Hiroki, for some more information.
Yo me moriría si dijeran que le van a dar Nier. Tú también es gratuito.
Titus is a physical attacking type unit.
Obvio, es un ataque físico, obvio.
スピードに特化しているユニットですね。
Como siempre vamos a hablar de él, sí, vamos a hablar mejor de él en las noticias del lunes, así que esperen el video.
皆さん無料で手に入
Si es
り
que
ます。
puedo también.
このユニットね、
Mejor no, no digo
あり
nada.
ますんで、ぜひね、こう育ててみてください。
And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Titus is available for free just for logging in.
No sé si lo están viendo, mejor lo subo
Party
ahorita.
with everyone
Ahí está.
more powerful, so you definitely don't want to miss this chance.
はい。じゃあジャスティン続きお願いします。
Okay, Justin, let's continue on.
All right, continuing on here, we have Yuna.
Yuna.
She is Final Fantasy X's heroine, and she
Energy
is
Drive.
a light element unit with her main job.
Su main job es Summoner for Spyra, Light,
Green Mage, and
es de elemento
Dawn
luz.
Very popular.
Va a ser también.
Her limit burst is Energy Ray.
Su job será Mago Verde y contra Mago Verde. No sé qué era, eso ya me olvidé.
And is a guaranteed hit. So, in addition to her hide magic, Yuna is a very powerful healer with incredible healing spells.
Va a ser
like
una buena
Chillhop,
edición.
Errata,
Esta
and Re-Raise.
unidad va a ser una buena edición para el juego.
Re-Raise has the ability to save somebody from the KO status once per battle, making it useful in all sorts of situations, from PvP to very brutal, difficult quests, and really beyond that. So unlocking her EX jobs gives her the mighty recovery ability full life too, so she's very, very good. Yuna can cast a host of amazing spells from her limit break, Energy Ray is a guaranteed hit to all targets within range, to Holy, which is also a sure hit, and even Sonic Wings, which lowers the enemy's CT. With massive magic, magic power at its disposal, Yuna makes a great light element attacker for everybody. Back to you, Hiroki.
はい、そうですね。ユーナはですね、今もありましたけど、回復もできますし、あとリライズも持っているという、非常にこう回復
Esa es muy interesante y creo que voy a quererla.
有利なユニットになってます。
So of course, as you heard in the overview of Yuna, she's a very, very powerful healer, including the very strong ability Re-Raise. So you're going to want to take full advantage of her healing capabilities.
さらにね、その回復薬だけじゃなくて、魔法攻撃も、結構強力なものありますんで、もうパーティーに入れるだけでね、結構そのなんていうんでしょう、心強いユニットになるんじゃないかと思っています。
But of course, Yuna isn't pigeonholed into being a healer. She has a very high magic attack stat as well, so she's a strong magic attacker.
Es una combinación entre mago blanco y mago negro.
FF10 といえばね、ユ
ナ
がたくさんいると思います。
buena magia y buen healer.
ユナ
La voy a querer, la voy a querer, la voy a querer.
イラストであったりとか、あとはリミットバーストであったりとか、そういうのを見て楽しむこともきっとできると思いますので、ぜひ手に入れてもらいたいなと思います。
And we know that many of you are fans of Final Fantasy X and of Yuna in particular. So you're going to want to take a look not just at her abilities, but also her wonderful illustration and the awesome movies on her limit attacks as well. So please take this opportunity and get your hands on Yuna.
じゃあジャスティン続きお願いします。
So Justin, let's go on to the next segment.
All right. So finally, of course, we have the legendary guardian, Auron. So he is an ice element unit, and his main job is, of course, legendary guardian. His sub-jobs
no es muy raro que tenga elemento hielo cuando obviamente está usando un ataque tipo fuego.
And this raises his defense piercing rate for 3 turns, then deals heavy
damage
to targets within range. So Auron's ability to break barriers and pierce defenses makes him a very formidable attacker.
Como siempre también vamos a verlos en las noticias. Parece ser que esto como van a venir en la próxima colección. Ahí lo daremos más claro todavía.
To hit twice, debuff the enemy's attack and magic, and much, much more. So One-Eyed Swordsman is an ability that can raise his capability to pierce the enemy's defense. Sacrifice sharply raises his attack power, and Warrior Spirit raises both his HP and attack, giving him plenty of support abilities to take down his foes.
Ahí está su rango de área,
In addition to being a strong offensive unit, his magic resistance is also quite high. His master ability also gives him SPR, or Spirit, plus 10, making him a highly resistant unit to magic. By adding Auron to your formation, his master ability will enhance both the HP and abilities of Ice-type units. This can be used to strengthen an Ice-type party made up of Laswell, Gilgamesh, and Medina. Back to you, Rocky, for some more information.
そうですね。今ジャスティンから説明があった通り、アーロンは本当に前衛の物理アタッカーっていう感じですね。
Of course, just like Justin said, Auron is a very powerful frontline attacker.
バフもできてアタックもできてっていう非常にこう戦うことに特化した。
And of course, he's got a suite of powerful attacks, making him a very
おそらくですね、今回の FF10 のユニット3人いますけれども、3人の中で一番こう分かりやすいアタッカーというような感じかなと思います。
And of course, we've got the 3 units for the FF10 collaboration, and he's a very, very easy unit to understand, probably the easiest of the 3.
役割としてはね、非常に今言った通り分かりやすくて使いやすいので、さまざまな場面で活躍することができるユニットだなと思っています。
And of course, he's not just easy to understand, but he's very easy to use as well. So we're pretty sure that you can slot him into virtually.
No es fácil de entender, pero es muy fácil de usar.
じゃあジャスティン続きお願いします。
Okay, Justin, let's take a look at what's next.
What next? What next?
Okay, awesome. So next up, we are going to have 2 new vision cards that will be released as part of the Final Fantasy X collaboration.
Suteki Dane, la canción.
Suteki Dane, sorry, I said that wrong.
Juan, ibas a decir, no. Y a Place un lugar desconocido.
Both were taken straight from the game's very iconic scenes.
Pero me duele la cabeza ya.
So let me first talk about Suteki Dane.
Wow,
this card will raise the slash attack.
Para toda parte, tiene que ser de todos de tipo agua.
Limited to a
slash stack, o sea, ataque de corte y critical hit rate up. Okay.
It's especially helpful to somebody like Titus in your party who uses slash attacks and benefits from higher critical rates. On top of this, as a global
para Titus y para atacante tipo agua
and accuracy up when equipped to Titus.
Para Titus tipo agua ataque y defensa pre-rat y accuracy solo para Titus. Yeah.
That party ability raises the magical resistance and dexterity of water type units. there's a high chance of missile attacks being used
de
in brutal
defensa,
quests
pero para
that
solo
we're
agua.
all very well aware of. So
Pero
this
solo
card
unidades de
will
tipo agua.
get used probably quite a bit
Hasta tiene
when grinding those sort of quests.
el borde
It'll
más
also be
es
helpful
muy
in
diferente
knife
también.
battles against long-range attackers like Nivlu and Nuarta. I think everybody's had enough
Sí.
of those in the last guild battle.
Tengo a Nivlu.
But that's enough for now. Back to you, Hiroki.
そうですね、まあ、この2つのビジョンカードに関しては、まあ、本当にその FF10 をこう思い出させる素晴らしいアートの、ビジョンカードだなと。
素晴らしい。
So both of these vision cards, I think the art will really conjure forth memories of Final Fantasy X to those of you who have played the game.
はい、このね素敵だねの方の、ビジョンカードはですねグローバルアップグレードとして、ティーダ限定の効果を追加してありますので、ぜひそちらもね楽しみにしてほしいなと思います。
Parece que
So
los
Sticky
van a,
Dane in particular, it's got a global original
como
upgrade.
diría, los van a aumentar su
Only when
poder y
it's up
todo.
to Titus, so you definitely want to make sure to check that out.
Van a hacer una mejora.
そしてもう一つの、見知らぬ世界の方ですね。こちらの方についてはですね、今出てますけど31日から登場するんですけども、その31日からのログインボーナスで、無料で1枚手に入りますので、ぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
So the second vision card, A Place Unknown, will appear starting on the 31st, and actually it's going to be available for free, one copy in the login bonus that's starting on the 31st.
Parece que esta carta va a ser gratis. Esta no sé.
はい。ジャスティン、じゃあ続きお願いします。
Desde el
Okay, Justin,
31.
what do we have next?
All right.
¿Qué más
thank you,
tenemos?
Hiroki. So, getting into the login bonuses, there will be a Final Fantasy X login bonus to commemorate this collaboration.
Tidus es gratis. Tidus es para todo el mundo. Sí.
80 Titus shards.
No sé cuántas personas siguen viendo, no lo puedo ver
Unit
ahorita.
shards, and then 80 unit,
Pero si hay
unit
10
shards.
personas
That's
está
kind
bien.
of a tongue twister. And 3,000 Vizier. So be
40,
sure to log in
40.
and get everything.
Vamos a poder subir al 99.
はい。まあもうこれ見てわかる通りですね。ログインボーナス1日目からもうティーダが
Yo voy a poner como loco para
And
conseguirte
so
el
as you
nivel
can see,
99
right from the
condenado.
very first day, you're going to be able to get your hands on Titus.
なのでね、まあ、ぜひこの機会に皆さんゲームにログインしてください。
Definitely make sure to log in without fail.
またですね、
No se olviden,
まあ
en
今まで
serio, loguen ese día,
ワールドビジョン
loguen
プレイしてい
el
なかったプレイヤーの皆さんも
24
ゲームにログインして
de este mes.
この
No se pierdan este mes,
ティー
en
ダもらえ
serio.
ますんで、でこのティーダパーティ
Les
ーに
prohíbo que se pierdan este mes.
バトルも、スムーズにできるようになると思いますんで、ぜひこの機会に始めてもらえたらなと思っています。
And of course, Titus is a very, very powerful unit that really slots into a whole bunch of compositions and can be used really in any battle. So if you have any friends out there who haven't yet started playing War of the Visions, this is really a great chance to get them involved in the game because they can get a powerful unit for free right off the bat.
なのでね、ぜひこう皆さんの周りで FF10 が好きだよなんていう人がいたらですね、勧めてあげてください。
So especially if you have any friends or coworkers or anyone who really likes Final Fantasy X, this is your chance to get them
Un poco de
involved in
sueño.
the Visions.
No ha dormido bien.
じゃあジャスティンお願いします。
Okay, Justin, what's next?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
Next up, we will be having Final Fantasy X challenge missions.
De los
The
challenges.
feature
Nos van a dar
for
su arma al
completing these
parecer.
missions is
Nos
a
van a dar su
weapon,
arma.
is the Weapon Brotherhood.
¿Cómo se
This
llama?
raises the equipper's slash attack and water attack, making a perfect fit for Titus.
¿Cómo se llama
which is the
esta
theme
cosa?
here. It's an extremely easy weapon to enhance as you don't need to add pluses to it. So don't miss your chance to get this weapon and give it a try with Titus. Next up, let's talk about some of the Final Fantasy X
Fragment. Acá no tengo el nombre como fraternidad.
just like with the Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy
Y vamos a
4
tener su
collaborations,
arma de
special
Yuna al
event
parecer
quests
también,
where
para
players will
poder
be able to hear
conseguirla
the
en
game's
fragmentos.
background music during
Las
various
recetas
scenes,
para conseguir
with
su
the
arma.
maps
Bien.
of these quests being reproductions from the original game as well.
Esa es
Yuna
Yunalesca.
on the video will be making an appearance as an event quest boss. By completing these event quests, you can acquire Final Fantasy X event medals that can be exchanged for materials to strengthen Titus along with a lot of various other items.
Entonces me doy
You
cuenta
can
que era
get
Yunalesca.
Magic Steel Rod and Shimmering Blade craft recipes by completing the tougher EX quests. So if you're pretty confident in your skills and your composition, give it a try. We also hope that players can enjoy these collaborative events.
Y también la de oro,
Supongo,
supuestamente.
and relive some of their fond
Obviamente,
memories when
digo.
they first played Final Fantasy X.
Pero es para el
This
30.
event will run for 6 weeks, as mentioned
31, perdón.
previously. That is longer than previous events, making it a lot
Vamos a
easier
tener
for
que,
players
vamos
to
a estar
gather more
farmeando
shards
como unos
and enjoy
locos
things really at
todo
their
este
own
mes hasta
pace.
que se acabe.
So some of the content for this event will be starting on March 24th.
Yo voy a
and
dejarlos
some
con
others
modo
on
automático y
March
que se
1st.
maten
So
mis
check
unidades.
the in-game notices to stay up to date and get all the information. Back to you, Hiroki.
はい。
はい。そうですね。本当今回のこのイベントクエストに関してはですね、その FF10 の世界観をできるだけ再現していますんで、FF10 をね過去にプレイしたことがある方に関してはですね、結構懐かしく思い出してくれるんじゃないかなと思います。
And for the event quest in particular, we really, went to very strong lengths, went to very big lengths to make sure that the world setting for Final Fantasy X really comes through in these events. So those of you who had played the game before, hopefully you'll be able to remember, what it was like playing the game back then.
またですね、FF10 をまだプレイしていない人に関してはですね、ぜひこの機会に FF10 に興味を持っていただいて、改めてゲームをねプレイしてもらうなんて機会になればいいなと僕らも思っています。
And of course, if you haven't played FF10 before, we hope that this will serve as an introduction to the title and maybe get you to want to play the game too.
これを機会にね、ファイナルファンタジーの世界がより広がっていくことを我々は非常に望んでいます。
And so we really hope that this will spread the word of Final Fantasy to everyone.
はい。じゃあジャスティンお願いします。続き。
Okay, Justin, what do we have next on?
So next up, we have the Chocobo Expedition. You will be able to go to Xanark.
Eso siempre está en cada runner limitado, siempre.
You'll be able to get
espero que me den más sobre, porque a veces me dan un fragmentito durante 7 días. Por 7 días, solo un fragmento me da. Eso me pasó con Guerreros de Luz.
Collaboration news, lots of really, really good news. Just a lot to keep track of. So, like I said, I hope you're either taking some notes or you're just recording the screen because there was a lot in there, but all really, really good stuff. What do you think about all that? There's a lot of stuff, but Hiroki, any feelings, any thoughts?
そうですね。もうこの期間FF10 の世界を感じてもらえればなと思っていますし、ティーダがね手に入るというのがやっぱり。
Es casi lo mismo que en el Limiters.
ここでじっくりキャラクターを育ててですね、ユニットを育ててですね、ゲームをより深くプレイしてもらえる。
¿Más avanzado en este juego?
So we hope that throughout the event you'll be able to get a real sense of what FF10 was and the Final Fantasy X universe as well. And of course, who doesn't want to get their hands on Titus? And he's an incredibly strong character, and you've got a lot of time to make him powerful. So I hope you take the time, enjoy the event at your own pace, and really explore what the game has to offer.
Plus, Titus just looks cool, right? All right, so that's all for the third new information segment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was fun. Okay, so we're going on to our next segment, and it is Get Your Rewards Match Battle Showdown.
So this is another exciting segment. We will welcome 4 influencers in the show, and they will compete against each other. All right. They will choose their rewards by picking a number that corresponded to the mystery reward. And we don't know yet what's the rewards behind those numbers, but the influencers who win the battle will make all players to win the rewards they picked.
Whoa,
you know what I mean?
Great.
Yes.
What about that, Hiroki?
Yes.
もう本当ね楽しみですね。実際にそのバトルがねどうなるかって僕らこれからもう全然知らないんで。
No te vayas a morir, tú no eres mi computadora. Te estoy usando solamente por
This is going to be really cool. None of us know what the battles are going to unfold either, so hopefully we'll get some really, really cool matches to look at.
ね、きっと見てる皆さんもねそのバトル参考になるんじゃないかなと思います。
And of course, we hope that the viewers who are watching this live stream now will be able to say, hey, maybe I can find something to use in my battles as well.
Wow. So they're going to become heroes. They're going to be fighting for everyone out there. Whatever they get, everyone else gets, right? Okay, so let's bring in the influencers. Here we go.
Hey.
Aha!
Wow.
Hello! Hi, everybody.
Thank
you for joining us today. You guys doing okay?
Es un toneri.
Pretty good.
Este güey es un toneri.
Thank you.
Great. So we'd like to ask all of you to just kind of one by one introduce yourselves, if you would. So first, for the gentleman at the top left-hand corner, if you would.
Hey everybody, this is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and I hope you're ready for some blood.
All right, next.
Hey, my name is Dejin. I don't know, I got nothing. Hello and hi.
Where
are you coming back from?
Si me invitaran, me comía.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. The great state of New Hampshire. All right. And then moving on to our next gentleman.
Hello, welcome, Cabbage here.
Okay. And that's cabbage colored. Okay. And who is our next influencer?
Hello, Palladia, live from Switzerland.
Oh, okay, great. Switzerland. Okay, so we're going to go on in the same order. Now, if you could tell us just what it is that you love about War of the Visions FFBE. So, Diggs, can you hit us up first?
Yeah, not going to lie, I'm here for the hot men.
All right. Dijin, what about you?
I was a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, so it was a no-brainer.
No puedo decir que
Jump into this.
soy
The
un
community
gran
has kept
fan
me.
de Final Fantasy, pero me gustó el juego. Yo lo jugué hace mucho
what about
tiempo.
you?
Y Dios,
I
qué
love
buen
the
juego.
battle, and I love the character design.
Okay, great. You've got a really good voice. You should be like also one of the character voice actors as well.
Podrían contratarlo para un actor de voz. Para
so if
un
you would,
personaje.
Palladia?
Sure, I like the artwork and the community too. Like, we have made so many friends.
Sí,
and,
el arte,
yeah, it's been
el arte
so
que
fun
usan
so
en el
far.
juego es muy bueno. Eso tengo que reconocerlo muy bien.
So, before
Es
we
muy
get started,
bueno.
Hiroki, do you have any words for our challengers?
はい、本当にね、もういつも皆さんね、インフルエンサーさんとしてゲームをプレイしてくださって本当にありがとうございます。
Kevin Rosales, nadie es hispano porque nadie los va a entender. Bueno, a ellos.
またね、ここの4人以外にもですね、
No, no es cierto.
ゲームをね、プレイ
No
して
sé, creo que no hay
方たちもたくさんいるので、
un influencer de gran categoría de War of the Visions.
And so not just to
No
the
lo sé
four of
muy
you
bien.
who are here joining us online today, but also everyone else out there who's created content for FFBE War of the Visions, I'd like to thank you so much for all your support.
まあ本当に今回こういった形でリアルにプレイヤーの方とね触れ合えるっていうのがなかなかできないんですけども、まあこういったオンラインの形でまあ4人ではありますけども実際に触れ合えて非常に嬉しく思っております。
Of course, with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's hard to meet up in person and actually see you all face to face. But being with you online is really a great experience, and it's great to have this opportunity to be able to be with you here today. So thank you very much for coming.
もちろんね見ている皆さんのコメントも僕ここでチェックしてますんで、そちらもちゃんとつながってはいますよ。
And so, of course, those of you who aren't on camera, who are with us live via chat, I'm also reading your comments as well. So hopefully we'll be able to connect with all of you. It's wonderful.
ただちょっとね僕のこの PC そろそろバッテリーが切れそうなんでもしかしたらすぐ落ちるかもしれないです。
But unfortunately, my laptop's battery is starting to die, so hopefully I'll be able to stay until the very end.
まあでも本当バトル楽しみにしてますんで頑張ってください。
But I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of battles will be ahead of us. So good luck to everyone.
All
Good
right.
luck, yes.
Good luck.
Great.
Good luck.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. Please, someone get Hiroki a battery. Okay. Thank you very much. So, but of course, we can't just jump into this. You need to know what the rules are. So, Rebecca, can you tell us a little bit about the game itself?
Of course. There will be 2 rounds, and the first match will be Dr. Diggs versus Dijon TP. And we move on to the Palladia versus Cabbage. Okay, so we have 2 rounds, and it will be the friendly match in Auto Battle. The map is Mines. There is a no-cost limit and initial placement.
Ustedes van a recompensar nuestras recompensas y sus recompensas porque no están jugando el juego.
Kind of good, it's kind of a good startup situation to be in for these. Okay, so in just a minute we will be going on to the battle. Obviously. Before that, we need to get them to choose the rewards, right? You know, what's the use of a battle without a reward, right? So we're going to get them to choose the rewards. Like we said, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll ask them in order which one they'd like to take. You can just say 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever you want to get. And then we'll find out afterwards what the actual rewards are. Okay, so I think we're going to start off with Dr. Diggs. Diggs, are you there?
No sé si los
Here, and
tengo.
we're going to pick number 4.
Okay,
Quisiera
you're
que
going
me
to go
manden
with
sus
number
ID para
4.
agregarlos
Okay,
después.
good. All right, and Dijon, you're going to go with?
I'm going to go with number 3.
Number 3,
A ver.
okay. All right,
Si
then
gana él, nos
next
dan
up
la
we're going to go with
recompensa número 3.
Palladia. What are you going to choose?
I'm gonna go with 1.
1, okay.
Wow.
And for you, Cabbage, that leaves?
2.
He's sharp. He's sharp. Okay. Okay. So 4, 3, 1, and 2. Okay. So why don't we actually find out what is on the other side of that card? Can we get a look at that?
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Esto. Esto es bueno.
There's some good stuff in there. She's like, yeah. Okay, so these are the
Son buenas
rewards.
recompensas, pero vienen siendo mejor
So what this means
visuales.
is
Pero
whoever
cada uno
wins,
tiene
that's
su,
the reward they get,
tiene
and
su
then
gracia.
everyone else does as well. So I think we're going to
Los
go ahead and
fragmentos
jump
son muy
right
difíciles de conseguir.
into the
Fragmentos
battle.
actuales son
So our
muy
first
jodidos de
battle will
conseguir.
be Diggs versus Dejin. Okay, and before we jump into that, are you guys ready? Are you guys okay?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Vamos a ver la batalla.
All right, Diggs versus Dejin. I think Justin has a quick question for you. Justin?
Hello. Yes, of course.
Of course.
So, for your first party here, Diggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've got a couple units here. You mind telling everybody and watching the lovely video why you
A ver, es
this party set?
Owen, Ildira
Sir
y
O
Dictron.
is my favorite unit.
Supongo que están a
Victoria has
máximo.
served me best, and
Esta carta
Ildira
no la-
has caused me the most pain pulling for.
Esta carta no la tengo
Sounds
y lo
pretty
demás sí.
good, I suppose.
Sí.
Not based on strategic battle.
Tiene super,
but that's
super
all.
la recompensa fiel de Aldoa, de Giza.
This party. So, Dejin,
Carajo.
you have a pretty familiar looking party. You want to tell us why you picked it?
Kain.
Well, I had no idea what I was getting into,
Ay, me
what I was
olvidé.
facing, so I just went for like a
Y
balance of
Lili.
all kinds of
Me
stuff.
olvidé el
I got
nombre.
all kinds of defenses
Agrias,
on
perdón,
here, and
Agrias.
different kinds of attacks, so
Su
hopefully
lanza, la hombrera de Ceci, la
I mean, it does.
recompensa
A
de
lot of people have
Giza,
been stomped by this party.
no me acuerdo el nombre, la
Let's take a
de
look.
Joya de la Luz.
Let's jump on in.
Okay, so we're going to
A
jump
ver,
right
¿quién
into it.
ganará?
So this
¿Quién ganará?
battle will be
¿Quién
taking
ganará?
place according to Dejin's point of view. Okay, so let's battle!
Now, Dejin, this is supposed to be a friendly match, remember? You didn't have to bring the entire meta against me.
¿Han recortado? Parece que han recortado. Desde ahí estamos viendo la pelea.
So I
Oh.
Ahí va. No han recortado. Perdón. Ahí va. A ver, re-raise. Tiene re-raise.
Alright, Leela with a re-raise, that's pretty powerful.
Tiene habilidad
These initial
re-raise.
stages are always kind of scary because it's just a lot of buffing up here. You
Aumento
never
de
quite
PA.
know what's gonna
Este es
happen.
automático.
Kinda move
Este es
around,
una
get
batalla
close to
automática,
mark,
pero eso.
they get
O creo que
shot.
cada uno le ha hecho lo que quería.
Hoping my Victoria doesn't get stopped.
shall be ours.
That would
we
be
can somehow get a tie
Uh,
at both rewards.
Oh, es una buena unidad. Y ahora tiene su propia
Sounds like
carta de
you guys are
visión.
conspiring.
Yeah.
well, I'm glad I chose the worst rewards.
Aritmética contra aritmética, a ver quién gana.
Alright, half health, not bad.
All according to calculation.
Falló.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Oh, evade
Oh,
laser.
Agnes es bien fuerte. Varias veces me ha matado. Es como un Orlando, pero de otro tributo. Confusión.
You called it.
Le causó confusión. Immortal Spirit. Re-raise de nuevo. Es un re-raise.
Yeah.
Atacará a
What
Owe.
happens here, huh?
Ay, Dios.
Alright,
I
not too
feel like
bad.
this is just like the main story, freaking Victoria betraying me.
Oh man.
No va a ganar.
Not looking good, I think.
Oh no.
Bye bye, Dira.
Mira,
That's a
no.
lot of damage, Dejin.
Bye bye,
But I
Owe.
anticipate that game will do even more.
It's not over yet, you never know.
Hey, it's pretty.
You never know. It's not over
Dice,
yet.
aún no he acabado. Solo te queda una unidad, no seas gil.
It's pretty over.
Todavía hay esperanza, bien. Qué bueno que mantengan las esperanzas.
78 damage.
Qué bueno que tengan. Ah, ya se acabó la confusión. Murió.
Well, there we have it. Congratulations, Dejin.
Good game, Diggs.
Good game, GG. O como se dice.
Stars.
Como se diga.
Dejin has a 6-star party.
All right, so the winner was Dejin. Congratulations.
Quiero libros. Yo también, amigo.
Lots of slicing and dicing going over there. Okay, so we're gonna go on to our next battle right away. The next one is Palladia versus Cabbage. Justin, have anything you want to ask these two
Esto es Cabbage.
characters?
Yes, of course. So first up here, Palladia. Just like I asked the other two,
Unidades
you can pick
limitadas
these units
todavía.
for your battle.
I love Magic Caster and
Uy,
range
me
unit.
olvidé que había de gran
I
arco.
put some
Podrás
use to my
conseguirlo.
Dwayne. I want to see how he match up with Garble. So
Doble guantes, doble guantes. Pero es un accesorio y el otro es un arma.
my thought.
Y este es el
We definitely
Turbo,
have some
Lisa,
recent favorites.
la...
Yeah.
tiene a
But
Henry,
let's
no
jump
tengo
on over to
Henry.
Cabbage here.
Este
Your
es un buen-
party is a little more interesting, kind of a throwback. What made you pick these units?
My account is focused on
Quitón y
evade, so I'm
largo,
going to go for an evade party.
Quitón, largo
If I
y
go against
Mediana.
guaranteed hit, I think I'm in trouble.
Obtuvo el,
All
¿cómo
right,
se
well,
llama?
let's dive in. Let's take a look.
Dinero, a Dinero
You
Invernal.
guys ready to go then?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so this time the battle will be taking place from Palladia's point of view. So let's battle!
Although Cabbage, your pick was better. I need those books, you know. So I wouldn't mind if you win, you know.
I wouldn't mind if I won
Pero
out.
ahí bueno, apoya a ella, apóyala a ella. Ella va a dar los libros.
All right, let's see.
I don't like the
No,
placement,
perdón,
though.
él no
Got
da los
my
libros.
stone right in front of your...
No, perdón, ¿quién nos iba a dar libros? Ella lo dijo, ya me olvidé.
Take me down.
Estoy en un A ver, objetivo, no, sí, objetivo.
Enemy spotted.
Revitalizar, ok. Por eso todo el mundo quiere ese damage. No sé quién es, ya no lo puedo obtener.
Magic defense. Magic defense penetration. Cool.
Darkness. It's my strange.
All right, Dwayne's back.
Debe ser el único que está escuchando siempre su voz en inglés. Ahora está en japonés. Su voz ahora está en japonés.
Let's see.
A ver, vamos a ver qué hace el Invernal.
All right.
Murió.
Good.
Come on.
Bueno, obvio, Mediana es muy débil a los ataques físicos. Es muy poderosa en ataques mágicos, pero los ataques físicos son muy... Pero los...
That might be dangerous.
It's always a very cool looking ability.
No hizo ni miércoles.
Stop. Oh, my God.
Murió de una.
Adios. Let's go, Dwayne.
Murió de una.
But he is a bait, so he could, you know, he's got a chance here.
I have a lot of faith in him. He's a good character.
Yeah, he is. He is. Let's go.
¿Le hizo daño o no le hizo daño?
More evade there.
No. All right.
Sobrevive con ajustes.
Let's go, Dwayne.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
At least, yeah, that's good. All right.
Va.
Look at you.
Y es por eso que la obtuve. Es por eso que quería obtenerla. Es muy buena. Pues no la tengo a nivel 99. Me pegó en la batalla. Me gustó la batalla.
Alright, so the winner for this battle was Palladia. So the winners are Dijin and Palladia, and the rewards are 3 and 1. Congratulations!
Uy. Ryan, bueno, lo siento.
Oh, and 40 rainbows. Okay.
40 rainbows. Esto es muy difícil conseguir. Yo tengo como miércoles en los accesorios. Tengo como miércoles. Casi 9,000. De ahí
So,
consigo. De ahí
Hiroki, any thoughts after watching these two really great battles?
いやでもねなんかね皆さんこう結構使ってるユニットがバラバラなんですよね。それでこうまあだからそれぞれの個性が出てるパーティーですごい面白かったですね。
One of the things I found really, really interesting watching these battles is that each of you chose very different characters to put into your party. And so it's kind of interesting to see kind of how your personalities or your thoughts about the game were reflected in your party composition.
本当ねこうそれぞれのこう人たちのこう各キャラクターに対する愛が溢れてるパーティーだったなと思いました。
And I'm sure you put in characters that you really, really enjoyed to your parties as well. So I thought that was really cool.
ねまあこれは非常にねこう見応えもありましたし、まあフレンドバトルですのでね、まあこの機会に皆さん仲良くまたこう遊んでいただけるとありがたいなと思います。
It was really cool. Of course, this was a friendly match battle, so hopefully you people will be able to take this and enjoy more friendly match battles in the future.
Sure.
Okay. 本当今日ありがとうございます本当に。
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ya voy una hora, wow.
Thank you.
Hoy casi 2 horas.
Well, that brings to a close our Get Your Rewards Match Battle Showdown. Diggs, Dijin, Palladia, and Cabbage, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Gracias por mostrarnos sus batallas. Está bacán.
All right. Well, today's live broadcast is actually almost at the very end. We also have a little bit more related information. Hiroki, can you hit us up with that?
Nuevas informaciones, parte 4. Las cámaras están
この
acá.
最後の情報に入る前に一つ先ほどのコーナーの中で、スライドにちょっと誤りがありましたので、ちょっと改正をさせてください。
So before we get to the last segment, there was an error in one of the previous slides that we showed, so we'd like to take this opportunity to correct it.
はい、ここですね。
Ah, ahí está la nueva carta.
はい、MR ビジョンカードのIR ジャーニーのパーティーアビリティの効果で ATK アップ。
Magic Attack Up. No, parece que se han confundido acá.
Magic App になります。
So as you can see from the correction on screen,
Sí, parece que se han confundido. Dice Magic Attack Up.
the party ability said it was Magic Attack Up, but it's actually Magic Up, so just be aware of that.
はい、すみません、ちょっと間違えて。
Y esta es otra carta que nos va a
Very
dar.
sorry for any confusion that might have caused.
はい。というわけでですね、
punto de progresión.
改正はここまでです。
And those are the only corrections we have to issue right now.
はい。で、最後ですね、ハーフアニバーサリーの時にですね、実施したキャラクター総選挙についての、続報をお知らせしたいと思います。
And so we'd like to take this opportunity now in the last segment to talk about the 6-month anniversary character popularity poll that we implemented.
ちなみにこのグローバル版の総選挙で上位入賞したキャラクターはこちらになります。
We'd like to introduce the top characters for the global version's popularity.
Global version. Sazan.
1位ザザンですね。1位ザザン。
El Sirel no sé por qué. El Sirel no sé por qué.
So number 1 was Zazan, number 2 was El Zerel, and number 3 was Mont.
まあね、本当はこれ日本でも同じね総選挙をやったんですけども、結構結果が全然違うなって面白いなと思いました。
We actually did a similar poll like this for the Japanese version as well, and it was really interesting to me how different the results were.
そうですね。で、1位のザザンについてなんですけども、こちら新ユニットとして実装するということはお伝えしていましたが、こうまあね、まだですかっていうような声が、先ほどの Q&A でもありましたよね。気になっている方がたくさんいると思います。
So of course we mentioned when we did the poll that the first place unit would be appearing in a new unit in game, and I'm sure that many of you are really hankering to get your hands on the new unit, and so we're sorry that it's taken this long.
もちろん、皆さんの期待に応えられるようにですね、我々今全力で制作を行っています。
So we really want to bring you a character that's super special, so we're putting forth all our effort into making something that we hope you'll really enjoy.
でリリースまではちょっと時間がかかるんですけれども、このせっかくのねこの1周年の機会なんで、ちょっと先にイラストだけ公開したいなと思います。
And although it is going to be a little while before the character is actually implemented into the game, we'd like to take this opportunity to share with you the illustration for the character.
はい、こちらになります。
Take a look. Por fin, miren. Nos van a dar nueva unidad de Sazan por su popularidad. Miren esto, miren esto.
若干ねこうネタを含んで投票した人もいるんじゃないかなと思うんですけれども、せっかく1位になったんだからやっぱしかっこいいザザンっていうものを皆さんにお届けしたいということでこのような
And of course, as you can see the illustration right here in front of you, Zazan did take first place in the popularity contest, and we know that some of you probably voted for him in kind of a meme manner rather than anything specific. But because we have this opportunity to make a really cool looking Zazan, a really powerful Zazan, we wanted to take this opportunity to show you something really awesome.
彼のねちょっと悪いところみたいなところがね結構ちゃんと表現してですね、みんなに欲しいなと思ってもらえるようなユニットに仕上げようと思っております。
And of course, we really think that in this illustration, some of Zazan's idiosyncrasies are really showing through. So hopefully you enjoy this as much as we enjoy bringing it to you.
もちろんですね、このザザン、今はねザザン N ですけども UR のユニットとして登場しますので、ぜひねこのパワーアップしたザザンっていうものをぜひご期待ください。
And of course, even though Zazan's original rarity is N, when we bring him to you, we're going to actually bring you a UR Zazan.
そしてですね、実はもう一つ作っているものがあります。
And there's actually something else we have for you.
こちらです。
Take a look.
はい。惜しくもですね、2位の3位のエルシレルとモントに投票してくださった方も いますの
el
で、
Sirel
まあ
y
この3人
Sazan.
が一つの一枚になったビジョンカードを
Está
撮影しました。
feliz de ganar el
And as you
trofeo.
can tell, we've made a vision card featuring the second and third place characters, Elzarel and Mont, because we know many of you voted for them and are really upset that they almost made it, but not quite. So we wanted to bring you something featuring all three of the characters together.
はい、まあね、ザザンがね1位になってこうなんていうんでしょう、喜んでるところの後ろでですね、エルシデルとモントがまあそれをね2位と3位としてまあ1位を祝福していると、まあそういったシーンになっています。
So you can see Zazan really celebrating, happy for his first place victory. But then Elzarel and Mont are in the background kind of cheering him on and happy too that they managed to be second and third.
どうですかこのカード？
Yeah, I think it looks really great. Hey, how about you, Justin? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he looks pretty awesome, and I think the card is kind of really captures the mood of the community. It definitely fits his personality. I think people are into it.
そうですよね。どうですか、レベッカさんは。
Rebecca,
Yeah,
what do
I
you
really
think?
like the visual. It's very active and emotional. I really love it.
ね、これに関してはね、まあ、ワーオブザビジョンズを、応援してくださった皆様への、まあ、感謝としてですね、このカードは1枚無料で入手できるように準備しています。
And so in gratitude for all of the War Divisions fans out there who have been supporting us, we're happy to present this vision card to you.
はい。
Van a entregar, no, bueno, no escuché muy bien, pero
あと
creo que van a poner el banner
いつ
o
登場
algo
するのか
parecido.
に関してはですね、後日改めてお伝えしますので、ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。
And of course, we're going to make this vision card available to all of you. So in terms of how we're going to give it to you and what the attributes of the vision card are going to be, we're going to have to ask you to please wait a little bit while longer while we get those details all set.
Ah, después nos van a dar más detalles, pero parece que nos van a dar
ザ
esta
ザンかっ
buena
こいいって
señal.
言ってくれる人も多いような気がするので、本当良かったです。
Just taking a look at the comments, I think it's really cool that a lot of you are commenting on how much you like Zazan. I'm really glad that you're able to
It's so
enjoy what we
cool.
brought
Hay
to you.
más fan.
He is
Mentira, todavía
really
dice ahí.
cool. Okay. Well, let's move on to our next announcement.
Lo siento, no hay buenos
some
puntos libres.
information here.
はい。続いての告知は、こちらです。
And here's our next announcement for you.
はい。
Ah,
ワーオブザビジョンズのイラストが集結した
el que pueda comprar
プレオーダー開始いたしました。
el libro de arte
We're
puede
pleased to
comprarlo.
announce
Yo no puedo
pre-orders
comprar.
for an art book
Está
containing
en
illustrations
Estados
from
Unidos,
War
Canadá,
Divisions.
México, Europa
Wow, that's
y
pretty cool.
Australia.
All right.
Ah, no,
But
perdón,
you said
United
the
Kingdom.
pre-order has already started, so where can we get it?
はい。今回の発売はですね、北米ヨーロッパのスクエアエニックスの公式 e ストアの限定販売になります。
$44
概要欄にですね、URL があるのと、あと、
100
ワーオブザビジョンズ公式 HB にも、ホームページにもですね、特設ボタンが、この生放送スタートのタイミングでオープンしましたので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。
So those of you who are looking to get your hands on this art book, you can get it exclusively on the official Square Enix e-store for North America and Europe. So you can only get it from there. There's a link to where you can get it down in the description in the video. And there's also a special button on the War of Divisions homepage. So if you don't want to check it directly from the YouTube video, you can go to the homepage and take a look at it from there. So make sure you get your hands on it.
All right, well, that's really, really great news for all the passionate fans out there, like a lot of merchandise too. The cover looks really cool, though, too, doesn't it? The color is nice and very simple, elegant, but really just like very impactful design.
はい。これ実はですね、グローバル版の方ではですね、ポスターも後ろの方に実はついてまして。
And so specific to the global version, we've included a poster.
Oh, tiene póster de
to the global version.
そう実際ですね、これ結構ですね、
Está bacán, está bacán.
重たいんですよ、持ってみると。
It looks pretty heavy.
Yo creí que va a ser la portada dura, de cara dura.
Well, so okay, we
Pero
know
igual
what it
se
looks
ve
like on
bacán.
the outside, and we know that it's heavy, and then we know that it has a poster in it. But probably what everyone's really wondering is what
Necesito
does
game.
it look like inside? Can we get a peek?
はい。まあそう言われると思いましてですね、今日お見せできるページをちょっとスライドにしてみました。
And so, of course, we knew that you'd be asking that. So we actually prepared a couple slides so you can take a look at some of the content of the book. Let's take a look.
ご覧ください。はい。
Tiene, a ver,
まあこんな感じで
tiene los
ですね、キ
diseños
ャラ
de
クター
mods.
に関してはですね、全キャラのプロフィールも載せています。
So one of the things that's included in this book are
Sus caras, sus
profiles of
4 caras que
every
usa.
character in the game.
で設定など
Preocupado,
ですね、
muy
可能な限
preocupado,
り載せている
molesto
の
y
で、
feliz.
コスプレなんかのね、したいする人の参考になるんじゃないかなと思います。
So of course, as much as possible, we've included some information and pictures about the character setting as well. So those of you who are interested in cosplay will definitely want to take a look at this, and maybe you can get some hints for your own cosplay.
Para que podamos hacer
今の
cosplay.
この時代コスプレをするようなイベントがね、なかなかないんですけれども。
Lo que voy a decir es que la capa que tiene es demasiado ancha, parece casi como un escudo.
ぜひ。ワールドビジョンズのコスプレを皆さんにしてほし
¿Hay
いな
más?
と
¿Hay
思
más?
います。
Si pueden
So of
pueden
course,
hacer
we know
más.
that with the coronavirus and the COVID concerns going out around the world
Sí,
right
el
now,
coronavirus
maybe
nos ha
there aren't as
fregado a
many
todos.
opportunities to cosplay or to go to cosplay events as you would like. But once things start to settle down, we really hope you'll take a look at some of the stuff in the book and maybe make some awesome War of the Vision cosplays.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a little bit of time to perfect their costume using this book, right?
Right.
うん。
さあ、じゃあ次のページお願いします。
Let's go to the next page.
Ahí están.
ビジョンカードですね。
Tengo.
全部載ってます。
El país, la región. Ah, sí es el país, es el continente.
またですね、
Ahí
その隣
está
に
distribuido. Cornell, Leonis,
実はここも注
Wester,
目してほしいポイントです。
Fenes,
And of course, it's not just
Rundal,
vision cards,
Santo
but you can see also
Cristal
that
y no
there's
me
a
acuerdo
map
cómo
as
se llama
well,
el
and I
otro.
want you to take a good close look at it.
実はね、このように各国のね位置がちゃんと分かるようにデザインされてるのは、これ実はアートワーク用に作った地図の画像になります。
Perdón,
And of course, this map is really special because not only can you see how the countries are related to each other geographically, but this map itself was actually made specifically for this art book.
ストーリーをプレイしていただく際にもね、こういうのを見ながら想像して、よりストーリーのね想像してもらえるんじゃないかなと思います。
So we think that this map will really help you, flesh out the story, and as you read through the story, you can say, "Hey, I know where that place is."
そしてですね、あとはですね、先ほどのQ&A のところでもイラストどんな人が作ってるんですかっていう、そういった質問がありましたけど、それに実はお答えできる、ページがあります。
And one of the questions that was asked in an earlier segment was about who was creating the artwork for the game. And actually, there's in this art book the answers to that question.
はい、こちらになります。
Take a look.
はい。これは私が載ってますけれども、
El mismo.
こういったですね、インタビューのページも、載っております。
And as you can see, that's me right there, but there are interviews with the team as well.
このインタビューはですね、シリーズプロデューサーのヒロノ、そして、グローバルチーム、我々を含めたグローバルチームの、メンバー、そしてですね、アートのチームのインタビュー、3つのインタビューが載っています。
So of course there are 3 interviews there. There's an interview with Hirono-san, the producer, and the global team, and the art team as well.
このアートワークス用の独占インタビューですので、ぜひね、読んでもらえればなと思います。
And of course, these interviews are exclusive to the art book. So if you're interested in, learning more about the team, you'll definitely want to get your hands on the art book.
それでですね、この、アートワークス、3月22日からワールドビジョンズ公式 Facebook で、アートブックキャンペーンを開始します。
And we're pleased to announce that starting on March 22nd, there will be a War of the Visions Facebook official page art book campaign starting as well.
今回このアートブック自体はですね、残念ながらスクエアエニックスの e ストアのみで販売なんですね。なので北米ヨーロッパ地域でお住まいじゃない方にですね、ぜひこのキャンペーンに参加してアートブックをゲットしてほしいんですね。
So of course, as I mentioned earlier, this art book is available, unfortunately, exclusively only through the Square Enix e-store to the North American and European users.
Es exclusiva solamente para Norteamérica y otros países, pero todavía no va a estar para Sudamérica. Para el que quiera conseguirlo.
もちろんね、北米やヨーロッパの方にもゲットしてほしいですよ。
And of course, if you're in America or if you're in North America or Europe, you can get your hands on it this way too.
はい、もう投稿を1000リアクション超えたらですね、ゲームのアイテムをプレゼントし、さらに抽選で10名にこのアートワークスをプレゼントします。
If we receive at least 1,000 reactions as a part of this campaign, we'll be giving away some in-game items to everybody. And then we'll also be doing a lottery, and 10 lucky winners will receive a copy of the art book.
これね、アートワークス実は日本版でも実はアートワークス作ってるんですけど、全然表紙がまず違うんですね。
Of course, we had a similar art book in Japan as well, but the cover of this one is totally different.
Wow. そしてまたページ数もですね、232ページと。
Parece que se puede sacar esa cobertura y poner otro libro.
Compared to the Japanese version, there are many more pages containing the art book. This one has a total of 232 pages.
So Time to use your connections to try to get both, right?
そうなのでぜひねこれチェックしてみてください。
So make sure you check it out, everyone.
All right, very, very, very exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, please spread the word. Okay, let's move on to our next announcement. Here we go.
はい。こちらもグッズの情報になるんですが、現在公式のサウンドトラックも、好評配信中です。
Wow.
And here's some more information about out-of-game merchandise that you can get your hands on. We're also selling the official soundtrack as well.
War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius オリジナルサウンドトラックということで、iTunes、Amazon デジタルミュージックで配信しています。
The name of the soundtrack is the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius original soundtrack, and it's available for download on iTunes and Amazon Digital Music.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So the soundtrack was released for both the Japanese and the international versions, am I right?
Right. そうですね。昨年アニメの PV と一緒に公開したボーカル付きの、All for Love という楽曲があるんですけども、日本語版と英語版両方が収録されてたりします。そのあたりも楽しみにしておいてもらいたいです。
And of course, some of you remember that we had a vocal version of All for Love that was included on an anime promotional video that we made last year. And this soundtrack contains both the Japanese and the English versions of that song. So you can enjoy both of them.
Definitely have to check that out. All right, let's move on to our next announcement. But wait, there's more.
はい。そして最後はこちらの情報になります。
Finally, let's take a look.
はい。FF エクシビアスユニバースとチルホップミュージックがスペシャルコラボを実施します。
So there's going to be a special collaboration between FF Exvius Universe and Chillhop Music.
はい。FFB とWar of the Visions の全25曲がですね、ローファイの人気アーティストたちによってローファイヒップホップ風にアレンジされて、チルホップとコラボしたオリジナルアニメーションとともにお楽しみいただけます。
So we've taken all 25 of the War of the Visions and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius songs and had lo-fi artists create very hip-hop style. And it's a collaboration with Chillhop, and there's also an original animation involved as well.
今まさにちょっと BGM で流れてるこのような曲になります。
And of course you can hear in the background one of the songs that's playing right now.
Yeah, it's dope. Cool.
ね、ストーリーやねバトルでおなじみの楽曲がですね、こういったちょっとレトロな雰囲気とゆったりとしたビートでアレンジされてます。
And of course you can hear a bunch of different songs, not just from the story but from battles as well. And they're, have a very, very retro feel to them. So hopefully you can enjoy that.
なんかちょっとねお仕事をしながらとか、もしくは勉強しながらとか、なんかいろんなところで曲かけながらね、なんて言うんでしょう、そういうのを聴きながらできるような、そんなゆったりとした曲になってますね。
And of course, we know that many people like listening to music while they're, studying for their classes or working at home or things like that. And so we think that these songs are really, really great for that kind of background music while you're working on something else.
はい。そしてですね、このコラボを記念して3月25日の木曜日、PDT の9時からですね、チルホップ公式サイトとあとチルホップ YouTube チャンネルにて1時間のライブストリームを生配信します。
And in celebration of this collaboration, we're actually going to have an hour-long live stream set. And it's going to start 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Thursday, March 25th. And you can access that on the Chillhop official site or on the Chillhop YouTube channel.
FFB と War of the Visions のローファイヒップホップにアレンジされた楽曲をね、ぜひ楽しみにしてください。
So I really hope you are able to enjoy these hip-hop takes on your favorite Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and War of the Visions songs.
さらにですね、今回のこのコラボを記念して、チルホップと、FFB War of the Visions のWar of the Visions テーマのGIF を用意しました。
But that's not all. Also in celebration of this collaboration, we've got a special Chillhop and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Vision themed GIF for you to take a look at.
Cool.
はい。
Tanuki.
すごい可愛いですね。
Yeah.
Pretty cute. What do you think?
はい。
Su mapache o es
3月25日よりジッフィーの スクエアエニックスページでダウンロード可能になります。
And you can download this gift for
Chocobo,
all your
el rey
needs,
Chocobo.
on
¿Por qué está
March
Moni
25th
Fina
on
en
Square
no
Enix.
dice Moni Macheri? No importa.
ぜひね、ちょっといろんなところで使ってもらいたいなと思います。
So hopefully you'll find a bunch of different ways that you can use this really cute image.
Those are absolutely
¿Qué importa? Son lindos. Son lindos.
All right, well, everyone, it's almost time to say goodbye, unfortunately.
Como deben ser los perros. Espérense.
But we've got, okay, we got one more thing that we...
ちょっと1個抜けちゃいましたね。
We forgot something. 1 second while we get this, our ducks in a row here.
でチルホップの PV をちょっと見てみましょう。
That's right. We've got a Chillhop promotional video for you to take a look at as well. So let's get that on screen.
All right.
Escuchando. Para el 25 no voy a hacer eso porque no me importa.
はい、こんな感じでございます。
Yeah, what do you guys think?
ね、ちょっと大事なものをちょっと抜けちゃって申し訳なかった。
that was actually the most important thing, and we almost forgot it. So our apologies.
まあぜひね、3月25日からこれ見れますんで、ね、ぜひチェックしてみてください。
And of course, you can see that on March 25th. So be sure to stop by and take a look.
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's still playing right now. What do you think of this, Rebecca? You like this kind of music?
That's a beautiful music. Yeah.
It's great. I really like this genre of music. I listen, just like you said, like when I'm at home, like, you know, studying for something or just trying to just relax and chill out. This is great. Like you don't even need to be playing the game when you listen to it. You just, put it in your, your phone, whatever, and just listen to it, on the bus and the train, whatever. It's great. All right, well, it's almost time to say goodbye. The show today has been full, and I mean full of surprises. So Hiroki,
¿Cuántas horas he hecho?
like years worth of surprises, right?
Lo primero que hice fue lo que se demoró. Lo siento por eso.
1年分のね、この感謝を伝えたいと思いましたんで、ちょっと長くなっちゃいましたね。
So it was a year full of surprises, but we had a year's worth of gratitude.
Hemos tenido muchas sorpresas,
that you enjoyed
muchas
this
sorpresas. Y
really,
nos van a dar
really
buenas
thoughtful
recompensas.
presentation that we gave today.
Qué bueno que estuvimos atentos al live stream.
Enjoyed it just as much as we enjoyed bringing the show to everyone out there. What about you, Rebecca? Did you enjoy your time here?
Yes, for a whole 3 hours, there's tons of giveaway and exciting news and information and surprises, and it's the live streaming, so I cannot really see their faces, your faces, but I can imagine.
Creo que hubiera sido más divertido con él. Si no hubiera esta pandemia, hubiera visto varios participantes, inclusive estarían hablando para saber qué más quisieran o algo así.
Yay. All right, so let's take a recap of the rewards that we got for today's show.
A ver, vamos a ver una recapitulación de todo lo que vamos a tener.
Here we are.
Vamos a tener 1 billón de guiles, 1 billón de
1
guiles,
billion gills, 6,000
6.000 visiones y esto de acá. Está bien surtido los premios, están bien surtidos los premios.
今のマイルストーンチャレンジに達しないといけないんで、皆さんぜひプレイをしてください。
And so, of course, this 6,000 Visio, remember, that's part of the milestone challenge. So you got to get in game and get those milestones to earn the reward.
まあそしてですね、そうですね。まあ今回インフルエンサーさんの方にすごい頑張ってバトルをしてもらってですね、このアイテムをゲットしたんですけども、せっかくね、皆さん出ていただいたんで、あそこに載ってた残りの負けてしまったインフルエンサーさんがベットしていた分もう一緒にプレゼントしちゃいます。
And of course, I'd like to talk a little bit about the influencer battles as well. You can see the rewards on screen we only had from the 2 influencers who won, but everybody
Aquí estaban tus libros, Brian Bueno. Aquí estaban tus libros.
Job with the battles that I think we're just going to give away all the rewards.
Rock on!
Parece que podrían haber hecho que todos pudieran tener recompensas.
もうね、本当ね、皆さんがプレイしてくれるからこそのね、ワームズビジョンズなんで、ぜひこれからもね、プレイをしていただけるとありがたいです。
Of course, War of the Visions wouldn't be where it is today without you, the support of all of our players. So we hope that you continue to enjoy the game and we can make it the best we can possibly.
All right, well, in closing, I'd like to ask to say a few words to all the fans who have watched this show. So, Justin, can we start with you? Can you give us a few words?
Sure, of course. This has been pretty a pretty lengthy live stream, but I'm happy that I was here, able to do it with everybody, give out all the information. You know, it's awesome that everybody can get Una, a free UR Titus, and just everything else. I haven't quite been working here a year, but it has been kind of fast and kind of slow at the same time. I'm not really sure how that works. But it has been a pretty exciting time here, my last, you know, whatever months that I've been working here. It's been really awesome seeing all the changes and all the dedication and talking with the team, providing feedback and doing all that other stuff. So I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody that's, you know, been listening, supporting the game and everything else. It's really awesome just being here, being able to talk with everybody, you know, share the laughs and everything else. So thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hiroki, any last comments, thoughts?
まあそうですね、本当にこの1年間、まあ最初にも言いましたけども、本当長いようで、あっという間の1年間でした。
So again, this is our first year anniversary, and in some ways it was really, really fast, and in some ways it felt like an eternity.
En serio, ha pasado ya un año ya. Wow. Bueno, va a pasar un año porque el 24 es el día del aniversario.
But the very fact that we're able to be here today with you on this live stream for the first anniversary is thanks to all of you who support the game and who help us, you know, make the game the best it can possibly be. So thank you so much.
またね、皆さんの声を聞きながらですね、より一層我々開発チームもですね、いいものを作っていこうと思ってますんで、本当に見てプレイしてくださってる皆さんと
Es cierto, Julio Andrés. Esta vez Gumi con este juego de WOTV está más generoso que Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, la verdad.
Any opinions you have about the game, because we'd like to continue to developing this game, not for us, but for all of you. So we want to work together to make Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Divisions the best game it can possibly be.
このワーオブ・ザ・ビジョンズは本当今本当に世界中で配信をしていますんで、本当にこれをね長く続けてですね、でいつかこのパンデミックが終わって。また世界中で行き来ができるようになった時に、その外国の友達と俺もワーオブ・ザ・ビジョンズやってるよっていう話ができるようになればいいなって思っています。
So of course, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of Divisions is a game that's played by people all across the world, and we want this to be a game that can be continued to be played for a long time. And you know, once the pandemic is over and people are able to, you know, go to different countries, maybe you can meet some of your friends who played, you know, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of Divisions.
Está diciendo de que Final Fantasy está uniendo a diferentes países y todo eso. Ya que tienen amigos, chat en vivo y todo eso.
そうなった時には本当に僕もね、実際に皆さんの国とかに行って、
Y gracias a ustedes también que se están apoyando también. Muchas gracias.
And of course, we also hope to have the opportunity for me myself to be able to go to the various countries in which you all live and see you in person and be able to talk about the game.
本当に今日は長い時間見てくださって本当にありがとうございました。
We know this is quite a long live stream, but we'd like to thank you so much for sticking with us to the end.
そしてまたねこの生放送ですね、進行してくれたジャスティン、レベッカも本当にどうもありがとうございました。
And thank you very much to Justin and Rebecca for emceeing the event for us.
そしてまたね、US のジャスティンもありがとう。
And Justin in the US, thank you too.
本当皆さんのね力でこのゲームやっておりますんで、ぜひこれからもよろしくお願いいたします。
It's thanks to all of you that you managed to come this far, so I'd like to thank you for a wonderful year, and here's to many more to come.
はい、本日はどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
All right, that brings to a close our first anniversary live stream. Thank you very much for joining us from around the world, and everybody. Please keep playing War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. See you again soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Voy a poner en silencio. No, que se quede ahí. Y bueno amigos, eso sería todo por el live stream. Ha sido muy largo la verdad. Pero no importa. Y a pesar de que ha sido, 3 horas sentado y 5 minutos parado mientras estaba haciendo todas estas vainas. Que se me paga la computadora, igual estoy acá, no importa. Y no importa si son muchos espectadores. La verdad es que les agradezco mucho que estén acá en mi primer en vivo largo. El otro era el primer en vivo solamente una reproducción para saber prueba y todo. En serio, les agradezco mucho, mucho. Y sigan apoyando este canal. Es pequeño, lo sé, pero se verá que se puede hacer. Muchas gracias Soy en 3, yo me despido y nos vemos en un próximo video que será el lunes con las noticias. O eso espero. Adiós.